All right. Week 1, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Dire Roll Fire and Blade, Session 1. How's everybody doing? How's my players doing? Everybody good to go?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Very good. Very excited.
All right. I need to turn this off. All right. How's chat doing? Got some people? Mostly my mods, I imagine. Cool. All right. So. Hey, everybody. All right. So, Fire and Blade, since this is our session 1, first introduction to the public. Let me talk a little bit about the campaign before we jump right into it. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. The setting is of my own creation, and it is a relatively low magic setting, relatively being it's still D&D, so there's that. There are no clerics and there are no paladins because there are no active gods, and that is a screaming child. The campaign takes place in the human country of Lemuria. Oh, do I need to make you a mod? Okay. There you go. You're a mod. Okay. You guys will probably learn more of the history as we go on. I might do a Q&A later on in the week if once I start building an audience. But I really want to just kind of jump in the game. I know my players are chomping at the bit. So why don't we go around and each of you can introduce yourselves, your characters, and, we'll start with Vaclo.
All right. Vaclo is a human noble fighter. He was born with physical deformities, and he wants to make a name for himself in the Grey Banners.
Okay. Gareth, you're up next.
My name's Eli, also known as Dapper throughout the interwebs, and my character is Gareth Ashdown, a thiefy, sneaky man who enjoys nothing more than gold and not getting his skin tanned by the guards when he can avoid it.
Yeah, sounds about right. All right, Mouse.
So I am playing Mouse, who is a half-elf bard. And she's not musical. She's not really an entertainer. She's actually a chronicler. So she's joined the Grey Banner to document their adventures, whatever monsters they come across, and other things, and report back.
Yeah, you reminded me I missed something. But we'll go ahead and let Caddy go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right, I'm Caddy Wampus, and I've got a boar named Askew. I'm a gnomish ranger who's joined the Grey Banner because I just really would like to have some exciting new novel adventures, and I'm really not used to being around anyone who isn't a four-legged creature. So I thought I might try my hand at them two legs and those big folk.
The 2 legs.
All right, and they mentioned the Grey Banner. The Grey Banner is an organization that is a part of the national affairs. They're not military. They live they live outside of the hierarchy of Lemuria, and they are basically adventurers. They do work that the guards cannot do for hire, and they operate out of the castle Par Mordrine, deep in the Green Mountains, that only they know the location of. And we're going to start our adventure in the city of Stelholm. Stelholm is pretty much the center of the kingdom. It's not the capital. It's the one of 2 cities, but it is the pretty much the dead middle. It is the source of trade. It is a harbor city, so it gets a lot of trade from the sea, and pretty much all roads in the kingdom funnel into Stelholm. It also it also has a river that deltas into the ocean, the Stel Run River, and the trade goes up and down this river, and it has 2 kind of daughter towns, Stelton and Stelberg. And our heroes have just they haven't completed their first job per se, but where we begin, they have helped out a friend, and that friend gave them a job, and that job is to guard a low noble's. That just appeared right there. Perfect. Thank you. A low noble's warehouse. Recently, his wares have been smashed or stolen. Actually, mostly just vandalized. He has a warehouse that he rents the space out, so the goods are not his own, which means he's been reimbursing his clients in order to stay in business. He hired the guards to watch his warehouse, and despite their presence, some of his rented merchandise got smashed again, and he's kind of at his wit's end. So he contacted the party's friend, Gar Spear, who is a member of the Grey Banner that is focused on giving Grey Banner groups jobs. He's kind of a networker. And he gave them this job, and he has offered them 20 gold for staying the night in his warehouse and preventing any more destruction of his property. That is their primary goal. A bonus is to catch the perpetrators. But mostly, he just doesn't want any more losses. Everybody good to go? Alright.
Backlook can't wait.
Mouse is reading a book, but if people start to leave, she'll probably follow them.
Alright, the warehouse is a 4 stories, including a basement. So that would be American first floor, second floor, third floor, and then basement. In Canada, do they do that, or do they do the European way, where first floors are second floor?
Yeah, French Canada, we have a special name for the first floor. So yeah, it gets confusing for me. Thank you for the specification.
Well, I hang out with a lot of non-Americans, so I'm used to clarifying. So, that being said, there are 4 of you. It's highly unlikely that the highest floor, which is literally just a catwalk and some rudimentary living spaces that aren't really used that much. In fact, they don't even have beds. They just have hay laid down. Can one of my mods go ahead and do a shout out with maps, exclamation maps, exclamation tokens? So that being said, where do each of you want to set up? Where are you guys? Where's your zone of focus as you're watching throughout the night?
I'm gonna patrol like the first floor, the ground floors, the main entrance. But I suggest that we also investigate everywhere for holes or maybe passages. How do they get in? I mean.
Right. At this point, you've already completely looked it over, and there's no obvious points of entry. However, the basement has an access tunnel to the other warehouses. They're all kind of adjoined through the basement in this kind of block.
I'm gonna patrol both the basement and the first floor.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
I could set up watch near the basement access tunnel.
Okay.
And then just, I've got a good book as well, but if anything happens, I will be able to shout for people who fight. Good
call. All right, what about the other 2 of you?
I think it'd be nice to look down from the catwalk, actually. I think that would be a good place.
On the 4th floor?
Mm-hmm.
And where is your boar askew?
I'm probably still on the first floor.
Okay. Now the catwalk overlooks the actually it kind of overlooks the ground floor. There's also the second floor is also like a ring around the perimeter catwalk, and then the third floor, or the third floor, yep, has crosswalks that look straight down to the first floor. Fortunately, because we're using 2-dimensional maps, I'll have to constantly explain what you're seeing below. And that leaves you.
Sorry.
No, it's fine.
All right. So this is a warehouse, yeah?
Yep.
What's the roof looking like right now? Is it very flat, kind of pretty obvious to anyone on the street if there's someone up there?
I'd imagine just like everything else in this city, it's got the slanted, classic roofs with the whatever medieval version of tiling they have.
All right. Well, Gareth wants to be as far away as possible from anything that has blades and is willing to break things, which may include himself.
All right.
So he is going to be hanging out on the roof if he can possibly climb up there, and unless anyone objects.
Is there a way? Could we signal to you? Like, is there any skylights or anything like that? So we could like notify you, or a quick way to get back if something happens. Would be my only addendum to that.
If there's a window on the floor, right, the top floor, he'd be near that.
Actually,
if I could.
The way this warehouse is designed is it's open. There's no doors to its main interior, and so if Vaclo stands kind of in the middle, and that's kind of like his anchor as he moves about, then he could easily just shout up to you. I positioned you basically on top of that, 20 feet up.
Okay.
And Askew's ground floor, right? Caddy? Askew is ground floor? All right.
Does it follow me around? Is this my hand?
You have a boar partner.
I don't know if you have anything you want.
Okay. Vaclo is not worried, but how long can you get to me if I get into a fight?
Who, me?
Both of those who are going to be on the roof, I mean.
Well, I think she can provide like covering fire. From her position.
I am a little more comfortable far away from a fight.
Yeah. She can't fire into the basement, right?
Not into the basement, no, but she can fire it down to the ground floor.
So if they come from the basement, I'm gonna bring them to the first floor. I'm gonna bait kites.
Like shooting fish in a barrel.
Okay. All right.
Exactly.
So now that everyone is kind of in their zone, it's a half moon night. It's a little past midnight. Not that cloudy, so there's plenty of light coming from the half moon and the stars above. And there's just starting to get a little bit of a mist clinging to the cobblestone streets. Most of it's rolling in from the ocean, and the warehouse district is pretty close to the docks themselves. So you've probably got a little bit more of density in the fog, so it's making things a little more difficult to see. The warehouse district's pretty dead at night. You occasionally see and hear a duo of Townsguard kind of making their rounds. Gareth being on the roof, you can probably spot their torchlight kind of moving between the very claustrophobic buildings all around. And so far, the night you guys got here just before sunset, it's been really uneventful. In fact, you're probably, at this point, you're hours into it, quite bored, really. How does each of you handle that? Just so we can get some insights into your characters.
I'm not bored because I'm reading.
Of course.
I always have multiple books on me. I have much more books than weapons. And I think this is just a wonderful way to spend an evening.
But Mouse still promised Vaclo that she would learn to play dragon chess or teach him cards. So he's going to try that.
Okay.
He's going to get his chess set out and for a quick game.
Oh, okay. I imagine she's like reading and she has the dragon chess set next to her. Vaclo's making his rounds, comes down, makes a move, and then like goes back up.
This is perfect.
Nice, perfect. Yeah.
All right, what about the other two of you?
She also have the rules booklet.
Oh, of course.
When she has a question, she.
Yep. No need to ask you anything. I just refer to the rules.
You just got the book there in front of you.
Yep.
In fact, probably since it's Mouse, at some point during the night, she corrected you on one of your moves. She's like, actually, on page 3.
Probably like, I'm focusing on my patrol.
All right, what about Caddy and Gareth?
Well, I imagine I'm gonna try and maintain some light conversation with any rats, mice, or birds in the area. They're lovely, humble creatures.
No insects?
I mean, this city
probably
has more rats than people, so you have ample conversation partners.
All right. If I can hear her talking with rats again, I'm just like, ugh. And I keep my eyes out on the street, and if I see anyone suspicious, I'm keeping an arrow ready at all times. But aside from that, I'm just guessing in my head how much gold every person who passes by the warehouse has in their pocket.
Gotcha. Okay. So, with that all said, we're going to actually get into it here. And it's going to start in the basement with Mouse. Mouse, you're reading one of your 2 books that you have with you,
Mhm.
and you feel the ground beneath you begin to shake. And you look around, trying to see the source of the tremor. And pretty much in the center of the warehouse basement, which has a dirt floor, you see the ground begin to kind of churn and crack. And a gout of fire shoots out of it. And before you can react, emerging from it is a approximately human anthropomorphic creature made of rock and molten lava. You you look at it. It looks at you. It roars as fire shoots out of its exposed extremities, and it then smashes straight up onto the ground floor, creating a hole in the floor. Which and the edges of the wood are now smoldering embers. And Vaclo, this very large magma creature just emerges with a gout of fire and a roar, not too far from you. And
I was gonna yell for you, but don't have to now.
I don't have to kite it. And here's the culprit.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get to combat here. I'm gonna have to.
We have a map.
All right, everybody, let's roll some initiative.
Okay.
Let me clear the chat log. Let's be a little professional.
And it starts with two natural 20s. Wow. Well done.
Oh, I've actually got to select my token.
Like,
this
high five.
This will be the time for me to say I've got quick macros for your standard dice array, so they won't include my bonuses. But I am for this campaign, I'm rolling everything above board, mostly because my players could just stream snipe and see my rolls anyway. So I might as well make it an honest game. So
Hey, I have the stream paused just so I can see the chat.
Okay. Good. So we're all rolling natural 20s. He has a
Except for
+3
me.
initiative, so
I'm having a difficulty rolling initiative. 1 second.
make sure to have your token selected.
Token selected.
And
Oh.
and as a
go.
Beastmaster Ranger, it's been a long time since I had a Beastmaster Ranger. Your Askew acts on your turn, right? It doesn't have its own turn. It's not like a summoned creature.
I think it acts on its own turn.
I think
I thought
it's
you
part
had to
of your
use your
turn.
actions to make it go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's part of your turn, Caddy.
Well, Caddy,
Yeah,
look that
I
up.
think so too.
Hopefully you roll crap on your initiative. Same time. For now, we'll assume it's part of your turn.
Well, I can't.
Your token
my
is
token.
bottom left.
I have a blank screen.
You might want to try zooming all the way out until you can see it, because there's a lot of the map that's still
Here we go.
unvisible.
Found me. Now let's try this.
The beast obeys your commands
Yeah,
as
you got
best
plenty
as
of time.
can. It takes turns.
Yeah.
3 natural 20s and a natural 1.
Oh boy.
That's how
It's gonna
this
be
is
one of
gonna
these
go.
days.
So yeah, the beast takes its turn on your initiative, though it doesn't take an action unless you command it to. So
Okay.
Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to give the boar sight. Let me do that so you are aware of what's going on.
Thank you.
Okay, I am letting everyone see bar 1. I'll need to remember to pick that up. Alright, so first things first is the Magma Beast. It doesn't seem to have registered Vaclo as much of a threat. Instead, it is going to punch this wooden pole, which is going to start a small fire.
Oh boy.
Small fire. Right there. And then it's going to turn, and it's going to punch these barrels and create another fire. Okay.
feels like playing Flashpoint.
And then it comes stomping over here, leaving emberous footprints everywhere it stomps, and that's going to be its first turn. It seems to be causing a little bit of a ruckus.
All right.
Mouse,
So
you're first. You're down on the basement.
Okay, so which direction are the stairs from here? Because I can't see them, but I assume I know where they are.
Stairs here.
Okay, so I'm going to. Well, if I look up, can I see the magma beast from through the hole in the ceiling?
It actually made a surprisingly small hole compared to its size. It kind of like compressed itself. It's a
Okay.
it's like a sockwood, you know, slightly liquid, slightly solid. It's a
All
plasma.
right. Then I'm gonna head towards the stairs. 15, 20, 25, 30, and I think I'm gonna bonus action dash so I can, or not bonus action. I'm not a rogue. I'm gonna action dash, just so I can get up the stairs.
And I'm gonna have to toss you about a bit.
That's okay.
So that was what, 10 feet?
So that was, I think it was 5 feet to get to the stairs, and then however much it takes to get up the stairs.
So another 10 feet. So you got 15 more feet of movement. And
Okay.
you're now in the top left.
Okay.
I'm thinking we need to put out the fires, somebody.
So I can't do anything else because that's my action, but I'm gonna move. I want to hide behind something. I'm actually gonna see. No, that's the stairs. Okay, so I'm gonna hide behind Backlow for now. 5, 10, 15. So I'm gonna go there, and that'll end my turn.
During the pregame, when you were asking why is Vakla at 1 hit point, it's a little bit of that. Speaking of Vaklo, you are up.
All right. So, since it disrespected me, I'm gonna call to the others like, "There's a fire in here. Get your asses here!" And I'm gonna charge.
Between the
charge the
roaring
beast.
and the fire and the yelling, Gareth, Caddy, you're definitely aware of what's going on.
I assumed.
And I'm gonna.
Inches. Oh, that won't do.
Yeah, why? I was just gonna ask you, why is that an inch?
No.
I'm simply gonna attack it. My own
Try now.
sword. So does 22 hit? Does 22 hit? I can't hear you. Are you muted?
No, I wasn't talking. I was checking chat.
Okay.
Yeah, 22 is a hit.
It's gonna be max damage, 13.
As you slash into it, you realize that your sword, while still inflicting some harm on its rocky crust, not an ideal weapon to use against a magma beast.
Alright. So, at this point, can I... I'm gonna let my longsword fall to the floor and get my Warhammer out. And
Okay.
that's gonna be my turn.
Gareth.
Okay. I figure I would hear some commotion going on downstairs, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. I know okay. I'm assuming this direction right here is the way back into the warehouse.
Alright, you see this sort of 2x5 overhang? That is the entrance. You kind of see how it looks different
Okay.
than the rest of the... It's like its own roof.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
overhangs the entrance. It's a 20-foot
Okay.
drop. You have rope as part of your equipment.
Yes, I have 50 feet of hemp rope.
I would assume that you would have prepared that if you wanted to, so that you can get
Yeah.
down in a hurry. So you tied it to that chimney north of you.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
Then
I'm-
I'm
that's
going
what
to get down to a floor where I can see what's going on. At the very least, I don't want to get super close, but yeah. Am I gonna have to be map changed real quick?
If you're dropping down, yeah.
Yep.
So which side are you dropping down here?
Does that lead into the warehouse?
Yeah, both do. Both sides do.
All right, then I'll drop down there. So that'll be 5, 10, 15.
Yeah.
Something like that. Okay.
So scroll straight up.
Okay. Okay. Do I see this giant thing?
If you see it, you see it. That's the beauty of
Yep.
Beauty of dynamic lighting.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to use my. I imagine this thing hasn't noticed me yet, and it's near backlow. I'm just going to shoot. So I'm going to pull out my longbow. Well, not my longbow, my short bow. I'm going to take a shot at it.
That's a hit.
And I got a 20. Do I roll sneak damage as well because it's near Vakla?
You sure do.
All right, so let me roll that extra d6. So I do 12 damage total.
All right. Your arrow doesn't penetrate as deeply as you would have hoped, and it quickly burns up against its magma hide. It hurt it minorly, but not as much as you were expecting. That is to say, kind of resistant to it. Caddy,
All right.
now I need to kind of gauge where you are, gauge where it is. Yeah.
Yes, I was about to ask.
It's right here.
Oh, that my turn wasn't done, by the way.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Carry on.
That's okay. How much movement do you think I would have left normal from after going down, if any?
I'd say rappelling down would probably... It was a 20-foot rappel, so I'd say cut that in half. Probably took you about 10 feet of movement.
So I have like 5 feet. Okay, I'm going to back up against this wall. I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Yeah. Because, no thanks. That thing is large. And after seeing my arrow do diddly squat, I'm like, oh.
It didn't do diddly, but maybe squat.
This is why Vaklo always ends up with 1 hit point or less. The only person who will actually engage.
All right. You are likely sufficiently hidden. All right. Now, Caddy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now my turn.
All right. Never doubt Garrett's cowardice.
It's the one constant in this trying world.
Yeah.
Yes.
In these trying times.
So yeah, straight up and to your left, right below that is where the magma beast is.
And there's nothing in the way of that.
Nope.
No walkways or anything, so I can
Straight
see
shot.
that boy. Then first, I would like to yell to Askew to join Vaklo over here. I'm just gonna move him, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
There's my support.
Finally, another person in melee. Person.
The boy.
Person, look, he's a valued member of the team,
Indeed.
or at least Vaklo will think so.
Exactly. Backup,
And then-
backup.
Some forelegs are very cool.
Oh, I appreciate that. I don't really have much luck with magma beasts, but I'm still gonna fire an arrow at him because it's all I really know how to do. And that will be this attack roll.
That is a hit.
Does a 24 hit? Awesome.
And if it's not obvious already, normal weapons seem to not harm this thing optimally.
Not ideal.
Right. All right. Are you finished?
That's about all I have to do right now, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So at the top of the round, these fires that he created, they might spread. So I'm gonna roll a d6 on a 5 or 6. They spread. So the top one spreads. That one does not. I'm gonna do cardinal directions 1, 2, 4. Okay, so that's to the left. So this top fire is going to spread and kind of cut off Askew's
SQ.
path there.
No.
All right.
You don't need
The
dinner.
magma beast is now aware that there are flesh bags interrupting his destruction, and he's going to go ahead and turn his affections toward Vaklo and throw a molten fist right at him. What's your AC? Oh wait, I can just click a new token. I prepped. He missed horrendously.
Yeah, nice.
And in a fit of rage, he swings his left fist and slams it down onto these barrels, which smash to bits in a brilliant display of fire and ash. And there's a new fire. Mouse, you're up.
I feel like a 1 should not cause more fires. I feel like it just fizzles, right? That's what that means. Okay, so first off, do I see any source of water nearby? Like, is there a well? Is there plumbing?
I'm gonna say,
Plumbing.
you are all aware
Mhm.
that this barrel is filled with water, and it is
Okay.
the only barrel filled with water in the warehouse.
Okay. And we are all aware of that.
You are all aware.
Okay.
Even Askew.
So I'm okay. Very good. In that case, I'm not going to worry about the water right now because instead, I'm going to cast my level 2 spell, Phantasmal Force. And, oh, great. Oh, 1 damage.
Oh.
But I'm going to create a, hopefully this thing is not a construct, because it does nothing to constructs or undead. But everything else, I'm going to create basically a beast that looks just like him, 10-foot cube. So it's going to be 10 foot by 10 foot, except instead of being red, it's going to be blue, and it's going to have water powers. So I'm creating a water beast.
I got you.
And it takes, I don't know if it takes it on the first turn. I think it's future turns.
Do you have the spell description that you can just throw up?
Yeah, let me do that. I'm going to throw that in there again. Doing that again. There we go.
That's
it's long. Basics is it's an illusion. It takes root within his mind, and unless he uses his action to make an intelligence check and beats my DC, then he thinks it's real, and anything it does, he rationalizes it, even if it doesn't really make sense. And it can do 1d6 worth of damage to him each turn until he decides to try to figure out it's not real.
Okay. What is your spell save DC? Can you add that to, for future reference, add that to the spell when you click on it, so I can know what to save against?
Sorry if we pause the action for a second. I don't know how to add spell save DC here. Is it
I'm
info
gonna
block?
send you a couple screenshots.
Perfect. We're
And
good.
for now, scroll up and it should be listed.
Yep.
Bard column spell save DC.
It's 13.
13, and it's a.
Yep. I think it's intelligence.
Intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
Oh.
Investigation if it has it, but otherwise intelligence.
Okay, it failed. So you rolled. We're gonna go with your first roll. So that was a 1.
Yeah, it was the 1.
Right. Since it perceived that that is water, it does an extra 1 cold damage to it. So you did 2 damage.
Mouse did something, you guys.
Yay! She did damage.
All right. And then I am going to 5, 10, 15. I'm going to double check here. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to move over there and just kind of crouch behind a barrel. I can't hide or anything, but that will end my turn.
Okay. Backlum, you're up. Chat. You guys, the overlay looks good. It's not showing something wrong. Probably should ask this when we started, but no one said, wow, that looks really screwed up, so I'm going to assume it's okay. So go ahead, Backlum.
Correct. So, can I go on 2Ds so I can give some room to Askew?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call it difficult terrain, kind of stumble around. That's a
Okay.
staircase, so you'd have to jump up on it, then jump down.
Alright.
Yeah. So that'll be 20 feet of movement to get there.
Alright,
Thanks,
so that's
Simon.
That's all I wanted to do, so I'm gonna attack it once. And I'm gonna use a trip attack this time. So, oh yeah, natural 20.
Yeah, you crit.
So 11 plus 8 plus 5 damage. Ow.
And
Yeah,
then,
and it's
you crit, so roll an additional d8 for your Battle Master.
yeah, it's included in the maneuver. So 11 plus 8 plus 5, and a save DC 13.
We only rolled 1d8. Since you crit, your superior dice, you get an extra one of those. So roll 1d8
Oh.
and it gets added in.
Another D8.
Wow.
Oh no. That is going to hurt.
So right now we're looking at 24, 29 damage.
And it is they say 13 strength
It is
check
still
now.
resistant to that, so that is going to come out to 14 damage, which is
Still
still
pretty good.
a meaty chunk ripped off of its chest, and it's got to make a strength save. Well, Yeah.
I feel like you deserve the credit for not giving us any magical weapons.
It failed, so it is knocked prone.
Nice. So it's gonna be tripped for my action surge for another attack.
So you have advantage.
Yep, indeed. And I'm hitting it with a wire armor, by the way. You did remember that?
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't change anything, I guess.
Unfortunately, no.
So the 11 on the second attack, double 6.
Yeah. So unfortunately, you failed to anticipate where it was going to land, and you strike between its legs with your warhammer, and yeah. So you fell short on the second strike. Are you finished?
All right, yes, that's my turn.
Okay, Gareth.
All right. So okay, I'm gonna kind of peek out just so I can see. And
prone.
the line drawer is accurate here, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to take a step forward past Caddy. I believe that's Mouse. Yeah, past Mouse. And I'm going to reach into my satchel that I have my quick alchemist supplies on. I'm going to say, shite. And I'm going to pull out a small little vial, a similar color to those sort of tablets I had earlier that were orange when I cast a spell in the last encounter, and I'm going to uncork it, and mist flows out, and I'm going to cast Bless on the boar, Vaclo, and Mouse.
Aww.
Nice. Blessed. 1d4.
Hashtag
right?
blessed.
So you now have 1d4 on your attacks, and I'll put the description in the chat so you all can know what it does. Verbatim from the handbook. So, here.
And I'll go ahead and put it on you, just so you can keep track of the turns.
Yep. So, you bless up to 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add a number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And then I'm going to I use like 5, 10, 15, 20, and use my bonus action to hide.
Alright, roll it.
Shite.
At the end of the fight, Vaclo's just gonna ask Gareth where he was all the time.
17.
Yep. I mean, yeah, you're out of sight, out of mind. Caddy.
All right. I wanted to ask if it said with the phantasm that it's only visible to the targeted creature. Correct?
Yes. You guys don't see anything.
I just would like to thank Mouse for her first spell of the game being 4 paragraphs.
I'm sorry.
What do you expect from a chronicler?
Exactly. If you don't have to spend 5 minutes reading, it was not a good spell.
Exactly. You got to do your research and reading before class. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then I'm going to shout down to Askew to do anything first. So I'll go ahead and take Askew's action, if you don't mind.
Go for
it. Which will just be to...
Oh, the damage the Phantasmal Force does from here on out doesn't require a save.
I think until he can choose to try to use his action to figure out it's not real. Right. But if he doesn't do that, then he just takes damage.
He's not a smart cookie. I don't think that would occur to him to even try.
Yeah, it's an investigation check, so not being smart really hurts that.
Yep.
Oh.
Sorry, I gotta enter these by hand.
Is it double bracket to make it roll dice, or is it triple bracket? I can test it.
Double bracket to just do
double.
A roll. Yeah. Or the /R.
No, for this particular in the NPC macro, it needs to be double bracket, not /R.
Oh, gotcha.
That's to hit.
That's to hit.
Okay. You don't need to roll your d4. That hits.
Nice.
I don't need to roll a d4.
That was
I blessed the boar, so it gets a d4 on its attack rolls.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But a 15's in, so.
Or
also, you have advantage. You want to roll to see if you crit?
Ooh, yeah.
Sure.
Not quite. Okay.
Not quite. That's okay. Then to attack. Oh, where'd my... It's 1d6 plus 1, I think. Four tusk.
4 damage. All right. That
Slashing
doesn't really
damage.
do much to it. It kind of just nicks its rocks,
That's okay. I'm gonna...
which sounds like a
While
euphemism.
while that happens, this is right above the creature, correct? I've moved myself
These
5
two
feet.
spaces, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say good job, Askew, and then I'm gonna dump my water skin on him.
How large is the water skin?
That is not included in the explorer's pack, I don't think.
I think it's a gallon. Is it a gallon?
Is it a gallon? That's really.
It's a whole day for somebody who's physical work. It's a should still.
Sort the book of armaments.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's however much will do a lot of damage to the creature. Is actually
Container
the
capacity, and it
official
is
answer.
a water skin, 4 pints, and that is less than a gallon.
That is less than a gallon. It's what I had on me.
All right, you made some steam.
Is that my standard action then?
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, top of the round. Now that this is a rip roaring fire, anything higher than a 2 will cause it to expand, which it does. And the other 2, nope, and yep. So this one's either gonna go up or down. So evens up. Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, guys. Because we also are supposed to save these goods, not just kill a monster.
Okay,
We're
the
kind of
warehouse.
supposed to protect
At this
the
point,
stuff.
we can all say the warehouse is on fire.
Oh, God.
Do not let the water burn.
The magma beast is going to take half its movement to stand, and then it's going to casually try to backhand Vaclo. It's not happening.
All right, so I'm gonna use a riposte on that.
Okay.
Let me get my weapon. All right. And it's not advantage, right? It got up.
It stood up, yeah.
7. So that's not.
All right, with your warhammer, you strike and you crash against one of its rockier bits. Nothing happens. You just kind of bounce off it. If it were hollow, it would have made a ringing sound, but instead it just kind of makes this kind of dud smack. All right, and he's gonna spend a second action. You kind of pissed him off, Vaclo. So, balling his second fist, he still just can't. He throws it down at you, and you raise your shield to block it, and it's gonna roar with frustration. It's bellowing kind of furnace-like voice,
and
outperforming the flames around it.
Wait.
From behind my
Vaclo,
shield.
roll your d4. You didn't roll your d4 for that attack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Does this particular superiority die add to hit?
Yes, it does. It's for attack saving throws and.
No, I meant the superiority die, not the blessed die.
No, it does. It's on
that's
damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, even with a 4, you got an 11. That still
what
is
I
not
thought.
enough to penetrate its armor. Good call, though.
Nope.
All right, so that's gonna make it actually.
And yeah, from behind my shield, as I'm trying to protect myself from his breath, I'm gonna shout back, "Rah, yourself!"
It's very intimidated. All right, Mouse, you're up.
I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm trying.
I'm gonna do my water beast damage real quick. Oh hey, that's better.
It's saved on a 0.
This should be
I
different.
don't know how to set.
Since again it believes this is water attacking it, it's gonna do an extra 1 cold damage.
Okay, all right, I'll take it. I was really hoping it was just doubling, but I'll take the 1. And then, so Mouse has never actually used any of her weapons before, but after Gareth came up to her earlier, she's feeling really, really confident, and she's gonna pull out her crossbow, and then she's actually gonna try to hit with the crossbow.
She does.
I don't even need the. Didn't even need. It was within me all along.
It was kind of a glancing blow. I just sort
Yeah.
of nicked him.
Yeah.
And you just kind of see it. Dust kind of flies off its shoulder, and you hear the bolt scatter somewhere in the corner. But you got it.
Okay. Okay.
You're doing great.
Are you done?
Like, what? What is that? Yes, and then on my turn.
Back low. Back low. You're up. Am I muted?
All right. No, I was telling her how to set the DC for her spells. So okay.
Well, I think it's because it's not actually a saving throw; it's a check. That's why.
Yeah. Well, you said the DC spell check in that.
Yeah, so
table.
it would have, because I pulled it in from the compendium, it would have automatically had the saving throw info in there. But because it's not actually a saving throw, it's a ability check basically. It's an investigation check.
Gotcha.
That's why, like, I can manually change it, but that would actually be incorrect. So.
Gotcha. Perfect. So I'm gonna try another trip attack.
Okay.
I'm
How'd you
guessing
do?
I use my bless for this turn, right?
It's
You
on
can use
every
it on
single
any
one.
attacks.
Yeah.
Any attack or save, man, until the spell ends.
Wow.
Okay.
Any and all. So
You hit pretty resoundingly. You
Nice.
strike into his leg, right where the rock is, and you just shuddering cracks extend from the blow, and it just cripples it and stumbles on that leg and falls to the ground once more prone.
I'm gonna shout at it this time. Rah! Die!
So that was 21, so that was 10 effective damage. Actually, I didn't actually roll to see if it went prone. It did not. So despite the crack in its leg, it just kind of rises with magma kind of filling in the gaps of the damage you dealt. However, with that resounding blow, the creature is now looking fairly wounded.
Nice.
You have whittled it down some.
And I cannot do anything else. I think I'm gonna move away from the fire because I'm starting to lose some hair, and that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, Gareth, you're up.
Let's see here.
Well, in fact, before I end my turn, I'm gonna say like I'm taking care of the creature with my boar companion. Put out the fires, somebody, please.
So, seeing that the fire is spreading rapidly and terribly, I'm going to kind of dash forward pretty quickly and hoping the roaring flames kind of cover up the sound of me stepping back into the inferno and certain death, I'm sure. I'm going to take my water skin, which is also, I believe, the same as the other water skin from earlier. And I'm
4
going
pints.
to pour it on. Yeah, I'm going to pour it on this fire as much as I can.
You've got a barrel full
There's
of
a
water
barrel of
behind
water
you.
right behind you.
Oh, is that the barrel of the water? I haven't seen it on the map yet. Then
Yeah.
I'll take the barrel and I'll just pop the cork off and.
All right, make a unskilled. No, make an athletics check.
Okay.
It's a big
good.
barrel full of water.
Thankfully, Gareth is not the spindly kind of thief. He's the I
Gareth's
climb
got
things
skills.
kind of.
He's swole.
Not there. Don't jinx it.
All right,
Oh.
Gareth, you rip off the top of that barrel. You grab it, grabbing the rim with one end, grabbing the base of the other, and you just kind of like sprinkle it over this large fire. You empty the water barrel, but you've put out this entire fire.
Best firefighter.
Was that my action?
That was your action, most assertively.
Do these stairs next to me lead down?
Yes.
I think I have like 10 feet of movement left. 5, 10. I'm using my bonus action to hide.
All right.
Goodbye.
Inside the
I
barrel.
kinda-
Just hide
I kinda-
inside the barrel.
I kind of look at Mouse, like I kind of lean over my shoulder and I say, I've done my part, and then immediately start heading back down.
She nods. She totally gets it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
All right, 22
Actually, no. Mouse doesn't even know where you went. All right, Caddy, you're up.
There's like a crackle of flame.
All right.
Your attention.
Sorry to keep asking questions, but if an attack has a reach of 5 feet, that means I can be one space away of it from the creature to still attack.
No. Reach of 5 feet is 1 square over.
Okay, that's what I wasn't sure. There's just no space to get a running start.
But if it's a reach quality of an attack, that's 5 more feet. It depends. I'm not sure.
The monster
10
stat
feet
blocks.
easily.
Every melee attack uses the word reach. Even
Reach
if it's
5
just
feet.
5 feet.
Oh, okay.
It is not the special trait reach. It is just how it is described on a character block, stat block.
All right.
Got it.
Then I'm going to just roll for a simple tusk attack.
Askew just needs to
first.
grow his tusks out a little bit, and then he can do the.
He's a young boar.
Yeah.
18 to hit.
Oh, because blessed. Yeah, that's a hit.
And is the creature still prone?
No.
Okay. Well, then that's fine. And then another 4 damage.
So yeah, just kind of whittling at it at that point.
Slowly but surely.
Ordering your creature to attack, that's your action, is it not?
Is it?
Yeah, because you have to use your
think
action
so.
to command it to do something.
I think at 5th
All
or
right.
6th level, you can make it one of your attacks because you get 2 attacks at 5th. Go to your board one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that's your action.
Yep.
You done?
That's it.
Okay, top of the round. Fire. Start with this one. Not spreading. This one, anything higher than a 2 will spread. Not spreading. Okay.
That's amazing.
So first things first, this guy's going to
Nice.
step here, so Vaclo, you can go ahead and spend your reaction.
All right. And I just hope. That's gonna spam like 2 fires. All right, so I attack it with my warhammer. Natural 1, 3rd in a row.
You weren't expecting
That's
it
how
to
we
move
do.
away, so you just kind of took a swipe there. It's going to step again, so I assume your boar can make a reaction. I don't see why
I think
not.
so. For an attack of opportunity.
Mm-hmm. So I should roll again with the
Mhm.
bless.
That is a hit.
That is a crit.
Is that a natural?
Ooh.
No, that's a 17
No.
plus 3.
17 plus.
Oh, okay. And then the
It'll glow
one.
green when it crits.
Even of these macros?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I think that's
Yeah, because it did with
it's-
her 4.
I did with that.
All right,
too,
so
yeah.
you just kind of graze it on its way out.
That's
And
all
then it's going
right.
to step to here, and it's going to spend both of its attack actions to just kind of smash as many crates and etc. 2 bits, leaving behind, roaring flames in its wake. Mouse, you're up.
So you said at this point it's looking like a little it's looking
Looking
beat.
a little worn, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I don't think I'm going to do that then. I can no longer see him though, so I'm unfortunately going to have to move. So I'm going to do that first. Oh, that's ruler. I'm going to move there. Okay. Yeah. Now I can get eyes on him. I have no water spells, so I think I'm going to do. I'm gonna go back to my old standby, which is vicious mockery, and deliver the sweetest mockery available. For 1 damage. I'm gonna be like, Mister, that is not a nice thing to do. This is somebody else's property. Were you raised in a barn?
Ouch, that
It
hurts.
turns
That
you-
was a very short-lived barn.
It turns you literal fire in its eyes, and it frowns.
I would say burn, but
And then I'm gonna move back because he frowned at me. So that's ruler again.
That
I'm
means
gonna
he
use
knows
the rest of my
time to get
movement.
out of here.
Exactly. Just back behind that barrel and end my turn after
Alright.
that big 1 damage.
Shouldn't it have
Vaclo,
taken
you're up.
phantasmal force damage last?
Oh.
its last
No,
turn?
it's
Actually-
not. It's not next to it.
I think,
Oh,
does it follow it though? Hold on. I
It's
might have
consort
to. I might have to
paragraphs.
consult the book that is this phantasmal force description.
okay.
well, it does in the description like
It
if
says
you
within 5 feet of the phantasm. It does not say
Okay.
the phantasm can move.
Okay.
Blessed. All right.
All right, Vaclo, you're up.
oh okay. So I need to kill it, or it's gonna put out more fire. And I still want to put out the fire. So while I move, I'm gonna try to still look around, take some time to try to find a blanket, something we can beat the fire with, and direct the others. Like there's something here, a bag of sand, anything that could
It would be a
used
full
to-
action to like get a real lay of the land.
Ah, okay. So I'm not gonna do that. I want to finish it off before the whole town is ablaze.
Mouse, I don't know if you're looking at chat.
Wonderful suggestions, you guys.
Yeah. I assume you have conjure gasoline. There you go.
Yeah.
Let it rip. So, Vakla, are you going to use your action to scan the room, or are you going to use your action to
Yep. I'm gonna attack.
Okay.
Oh.
Again. Wow.
Fire. Its fire is really distracting.
I almost cast Fairy Fire last time to give advantage, but I'm like, no, we got this. I'm not wasting another spell.
I've tripped into a barrel and I did a circus thing for a bit and I went.
Was the barrel filled with water? Could you feel?
No, it was in fact
Or
filled with hay and sticks. You're not sure what the owner of this establishment is up to, but... Alright, Gareth, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna, assuming that the thing's not dead, because I can hear a Vaklo yelling and being a very scary individual.
As is his wont.
I'm going to kind of say, oh gods, I have to do more things. And I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, I guess, through here. And 25. And do I have anything in my alchemist kit my alchemist supplies that could be reasonably used to try and douse this flame right here?
You still have your water skin, right?
Yeah, I do.
Make a alchemy tools roll using intelligence.
Okay. I believe that's under my skills. Alchemy supplies. Yep, I have a roll already ready for that. Normal.
Alright. You make a fantasy version of a fire extinguisher using the 4 pints. Unfortunately, it'll exhaust your water supply, but you put out that fire.
Well done.
Beautiful.
You are
I like-
officially the group firefighter.
I pop the lid off of my water skin and drop a small lint-looking tablet into it, and then just
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
hold
Awesome.
it.
Awesome.
And I assume
All
you're
right.
done? Or are you gonna run back down? Hop back down.
I'm gonna hop back down and use my bonus action to hide.
Alright.
And that's my turn. All right. So.
Okay.
Yep.
Roll stealth, and Caddy, you're up.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
To Mouse's perspective, Gareth just keeps blinking in and out of existence.
It's like, I gotta ask him about that later.
I'm just appearing at the most random moments. It's great.
And putting out fires.
Gareth is suddenly a lot less cowardly, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he did say he doesn't want to
I
get
don't know, I
stabbed,
keep-
so that's why he's fighting fire.
He's hidden at the end of every round. Yeah, he's so courageous.
So Caddy's going to continue encouraging Askew, and Askew is going to move up here and move the 20 feet in a straight line. That's 20, right? 5, 10.
15.
Does that? Because that doesn't include the stairs. That's right.
Yeah.
Just Vaklo keeps getting in the way of charge. But that's fine.
I'm gonna be very careful at that.
But that's fine because I'll just still do some minor tusk damage.
Give him a little tusk. Gareth,
Yeah.
are you keeping track of your turns on Bless?
Here.
Is there a
It's
timer in it?
rhetorical, because it still says 9.
There is.
It still
Oh.
says 9. So I believe I've had 3 turns since I've cast Bless, so it should be at 6.
7 is starting at 10.
Oh,
You just
7.
can't
Okay.
do 10. Yeah.
How do I
You
How do
click,
I-
click on your token.
Okay.
Click on the little circle thingy. Find find the wings, and then hover your mouse over it and press 7.
Okay.
Or you could
Separate.
turn it off.
There
it
you
is.
go.
All right,
Okay.
Caddy. After this fight, you might want to take the time to make some macros for your.
Yeah.
I think you can do it in the sheet. I'll walk you through it maybe during the break. That is a hit.
13 to hit and then 5 damage.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you can't roll a 5 on a D4. Okay. He is lightly grazed. Alright, his turn. We're going to go north to south on the fire here. That's spreading. That's not. And that is. Alright. Evens to the left. Alright. Guys, things are looking good. Except everything's on fire.
This is fine. This is totally fine.
First, it's going to try to bat Vaclo again. It's just trying to... at this point, it's starting to feel really inferior. But I believe it finally hit.
Oh, okay.
Yep,
you
it
had
hit.
the.
Alright, so it is going to hit you. I'm going to go ahead and type out the damage here. I did /GR instinctively. Oh, the Game Master roll was less. Sorry. You take 11 bludgeoning damage and 10 fire damage.
Ow!
And then his second action, he's going to strike at this this pile of equipment and replaces it with a fire. Mouse, you're up.
Okay.
At this point, Vaclo's also gonna suggest like, get it from the townfolk. Get help from the townsfolk. Fire! Get me witnesses.
On that, is there are other warehouses around here? Because you said there was a tunnel that connected warehouses.
Well, not in this immediate block, but this is the warehouse district. So yeah, there are several. The underground isn't actually connected to other warehouses; it's just connected to these buildings around the warehouse.
Oh, okay. I don't know how many people are going to be around. All right, I'll try it. So it looks like this leads out to the street if I move to the right here, like over this way. Okay. So let's retcon that. So I was here. And I'm gonna go and just move forward about another 10 feet, and then can I look to see if anybody's around or if I see anybody?
That would be an action to kind of peer into windows and such.
Okay, yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice my action. Vaclo keeps saying he's got this.
It's true. You said it several times.
Go
Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
He's a noble. He might be full of himself. He just might.
I trust him and I don't like fighting. I'd rather go look for help.
I think we do need the help.
You're not entirely sure. You can't see anyone. It's hard to hear things over the roaring fire behind you.
Roaring fire. Don't describe fire like that.
I'm gonna roar it back at it, you know.
So
okay.
you're not really too sure if there's
I
anyone
will-
in the immediate vicinity.
If I can still shout, I am gonna
Sure.
start just shouting fire, fire, and I'll end my turn there.
All right.
And then hopefully somebody hears me.
Oh, hang on. Does Bless qualify for skill checks?
That's
No, it's just attack rolls and saving throws.
All right.
Okay.
Vaclo, you're up.
All right. So talking about attack rolls.
You're gonna make one?
Yes, indeed. And I'm not gonna add the bless.
Yep. Just always at it until it's gone. Take it for every penny.
All right, you hit.
17. So that's
For a
6
little bit of damage.
I keep rolling ones on every check. At least one.
I can relate.
Are you done?
Yeah, on your damages. I'm done. I'm gonna move. Right there.
Okay. Garrett,
I'm
you're up.
Okay, so I see that there are holes in the floor here.
Yeah, I'm just kind of using the same thing. This is a hole, and this is more like fire damage. Actually,
Sorry,
they're both
I'm-
more like fire damage.
I forgot I'm gonna use second wind since I'm gonna consider it's still my turn.
Okay, he hasn't acted yet. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's a bonus action, so
Yeah, I know.
7. Thank you.
So there are actually holes in the floor. Those are just scorch marks.
No, there's combination.
Okay. Is this hole over to my side where the phantasmal force is that I can't see big enough for me to kind of go through?
Yes.
Okay. So how high up is it
About-
comparative to where I am now on the floor of this other floor?
Yeah, I'd say it's about. The basement's probably not too deep, so I'd probably say about 8 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna try and kind of Actually, you know what? That's not worth it. It's not worth the effort to do that. I'm just gonna not slowly, but I'm gonna, as quietly as I can, creep back up and kind of take cover behind these barrels. That
Oh
I
no,
assume
those
are
barrels are
still here.
gone, man.
Oh, those are gone?
Yeah.
Well, then I'm gonna creep to like right here and try and take a shot at the thing
All right.
from the top of these stairs. Okay, so let me get my bow out, and I'm assuming I have advantage because I'm hidden. Yep. Okay. So let me grab that. Short bow, attack, advantage.
Why do you have advantage?
I'm hidden, yeah?
Yes, you are.
16,
16
8
is a hit.
damage.
Do you add the sneak attack bonus? Because you should.
Yep, so that brings it up from 8 to 9, 10, 11.
All right.
And
Another nick across
I'm
its molten core. Ha! Did that on accident.
I am really glad I'm being ineffective here, and I'm going to stealth once again, hoping I'm just like a mosquito it doesn't even realize exists.
You might have missed it, but Vaclo did mention the dirt in the basement. We could use that to throw it on the fire or something.
Yeah, I am the dungeon master, yes, so. Oh, you recognize my voice. Are you done, Gareth? Once you roll stealth?
21.
Cool. Caddy.
Yep, and that's my turn.
Let me see if you can still see him from where you are. Yeah, probably. He's a large creature, so
wrong
it's
way.
hard to lose him.
I missed those, but yeah, it is kind of hard. He also probably glows. He's made of
There's
fire.
Plenty of illumination.
Hypothetically,
Actually, he's not made of fire. His mother was fire, and his father was rock.
Oh.
Jeez,
Crossbreed.
Caddy, come on.
Look, I'm not super familiar with this kind of guy. He doesn't really qualify as Fae, I don't think. Or human.
Probably more
Neither
like
of
an
those.
elemental.
No. So he's not really my forte. Like my question still stands, would Caddy be able to kind of just hop down
20 feet?
20? Yeah.
That'd be a challenging acrobatics check, but hypothetically.
1 second, I gotta move to that. Skills.
And if you fail, you take 2d6 damage. So it's not a lethal
Not-
fall.
Yeah, I wanna like maybe Zorro jump down onto Askew's back.
You gotta try it. Even when he says hypothetically, you still have to try it.
But
Yeah, you can see
I wanna
as
be
you-
holding my hand axe when I do it.
All right, roll acrobatics.
If this works, I'm going to be both impressed and terrified.
She's only a gnome.
Oh no, dude! I don't
Oh,
get
no.
the bless for that either,
No,
do
No,
I?
you
I'm-
are not blessed. Skew is. Okay, so you let out your gnomish battle cry, axe drawn, and you jump and flip a coin. On a 1, you land in the fire.
Oh no.
I'm on a.
So roll,
so
just-
roll d2.
1d2. Oh no.
Okay.
Yes.
So you come slamming down to the
Nice.
ground next to the skew. collapsing into a tiny pile. And
Oh.
you take 8 bludgeoning damage. And you're
And
prone.
Vaklo is very surprised. What the hell? It's raining gnomes.
It's
Um,
raining, no.
And the red is my health, correct?
Yep. That's right. You're a roll 20 noob. Yeah. If you click on the red, you can do a minus the number and hit enter, and it'll automatically add it together.
I did it.
Cool. So that was probably only 5 feet of movement. Just jumping off the ledge doesn't take much. So if you want to
All right.
spend another 15 to stand back up,
I would love to stand back up, please.
as if nothing
And-
ever happened.
You're like, no, nobody saw, right?
Very smooth.
And then, is that my movement
That was your
then?
move. Yep.
Awesome. So I can still swing at this guy, can't I?
Yes, I'd assume.
My hand axe.
As opposed to a foot axe.
Yeah, exactly.
See, now you're just gonna give us ideas, and we're gonna come back with foot axes.
We're ready for you now. We got foot axes. Foot axes. Would that just be an ice skate?
Yeah,
Does it hit?
basically.
It's a steel toe boot, the awakening.
All right, you didn't really do enough damage to really harm it. You just kind of let him know you're there. He kind of
Good.
missed you when he came down. He's not the most perceptive magma beast.
He didn't hear the thump.
All right, you done?
Or the yeah. That's it for me.
All right. All right, top of the round. So fire.
Oh no.
So this is the first time we got a roaring fire that gets to go. So pretty much anything other than a 1, it's gonna spread. All right, and then this fire, also spreading, and then this fire, not spreading, and then this fire, spreading. Okay. Oh, and it's gonna spread there. And then that one did not spread, and that one did. Left is even. Okay, so it's gonna go.
That's when he rolls the ones.
All right. The warehouse is on fire. I don't know if y'all caught that.
I think we caught that.
Okay.
Just a little.
We're really good at our job.
I know.
All right.
Just as long
Vaclo-
as the roof.
We're not gonna get hired
fire.
again.
Vaclo, you're in his way, so he's gonna try to remedy that. But you know he missed, so he's gonna just try to sidestep you. So that means Askew and Caddy, you guys get attacks of opportunity.
Nice.
All right.
No more fire.
Did he go back
we're
into
gonna-
range of water creature yet?
Sadly, no.
No.
Damn it.
Is it, that's Tusk's roll.
That's a hit.
Roll the d4.
Oh,
no, it
without
hits?
the D4, but it still hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I need to roll myself with the hand axe.
Nice.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
That's a good hit. What's that 1d4? Oh,
That is a good.
Yeah, that was the bless, but I didn't need it.
right.
You didn't know.
That was a pretty solid hit from your hand axe. As good as you could expect from it.
Against rock.
So your boar actually has more AC, but we'll sort that out later.
don't
Alright.
gnomes have
And
pickaxes?
then it's gonna keep going to here, and it's gonna punch over here. I don't know why I pinged. I'm gonna just put fire there. There you go. And Mouse, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna keep looking for people and hope that there's some sort of emergency services in this town.
All right, roll
No.
perception.
We're not next to any, like, we're not on a waterfront right now, are we? Okay. just
Well,
checking.
the ducks were not far from here, if I remember correctly.
Is that true?
Not far, but you're not against the water.
Okay.
I'm sure our halfling will be able to carry adequate amounts of water.
It's cool. I'll
Good
just, you know, my 8 strength. I got this.
All right, roll
All
perception.
right, so another perception check. Okay. All right, come on.
Okay.
All right.
At the end of this street, up against the corner, it's nighttime, and you don't have the glow of the warehouse fire
Okay.
where your Pacific. So you didn't catch this the first time around, but there is a sizable bell hanging off the wall that you suspect is for such occasions, or similar.
All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can I ring the bell this turn as well?
Unfortunately, no. It's an action to give that bell
All right.
a good old ring.
That's it.
All right.
That's all I got.
6 more seconds. This fire is very, very, very aggressive. God. That went to shit in what, 60 seconds?
It's been under a minute, and this guy's burned the whole warehouse down.
Yeah.
At least he loves his job, I guess. Oh man.
So it's my turn.
That's
Sorry.
correct.
Yes.
I
Yeah,
didn't
I
hear.
was basically worthless on my turn.
The lower the sun
We're close.
gets, the more my face gets blown out. That's frustrating.
I'm gonna go like near those crates and no, you're not gonna burn those ones. I'm gonna attack it. Come on.
How am I moving stuff? We're using a web application called Roll20.
All right, I think
everything's
the
built in,
bless
including
the bless really
with the
did
bless
it.
you hit. Yep.
Whew. All right. 7 damage.
All
not
right.
The bless,
As you come up the warhammer and strike it across its gut, or what its facsimile of a gut.
it's melted core.
Yes, it is now looking pretty severely damaged. It's starting to crumble. Parts of it that were magma are starting to like turn into sulfuric rock, just kind of like cooling, and it roars in pain with your last blow.
All right, but it doesn't fall yet.
No.
So I'm gonna use a bonus action and try to just shove it with my shield. Like you're not gonna get to those crates. How do I?
I believe that's an opposed test.
Yep. So
some
that's.
fashion.
Yep. If you take the action on your turn, you can use a bonus action to try to shove a crater within. So yeah, it's the shove action. So I'm not sure what the DC is.
I believe it's opposed.
Okay. So
Shoving a
athletics.
creature. It's opposed. You use strength athletics. He uses either acrobatics or athletics. He's going to use athletics. Athletics.
I rolled 11.
It's not great. He has a +3 to this. He's not going anywhere.
All right.
All right, are you done?
That's my turn.
Okay, Gareth, you're up.
Okay, so I'm in the basement. Is there anything in this basement like similar to the upstairs area, like wares, barrels, anything? I'm basically looking for anything that can be even remotely used to put out the fire, because I don't have like a shovel or a bucket to pick up dirt like Vaclo wants.
Right. That would be an action to use perception.
That's fine with me. Still got a bonus, so if I need to book it before this place crumbles, I am good. All right.
Priorities.
Me first, everything else second.
Makes sense.
So roll perception. Did it? Okay.
Oh, that was terrible.
Yeah, there is another water barrel down here.
There is?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You can get to it,
Okay.
grab it, and come back to the space you're in with one move.
Okay. Then I'm going to use... So that's just my 30, yeah?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And once my turn comes around again, I'm going to try and put out some more fires.
Okay. Caddy, you're up.
All right.
Yeesh, that 8 damage really hurt you. I haven't seen your hit points until now.
Oh, you didn't check. Yeah, it took a chunk. I'm not very big.
And to answer your question, it depends on the spell. Some spells are bonus actions. Some spells are reactions. Which spell are you looking at?
I'm speaking particularly about Longstrider.
I don't know that off the top of my head.
It's instant touch spell. It's my spell book. Let me pull it up.
It should say what it's
yeah,
like
it should
in
say
the
the action
description.
type.
It's an action. One action.
Okay. Then yes, if you use your action, you cannot command a skew.
Oh man. Okay. Well, at least I'm gonna can I mount a skew and cast Long Strider? I'm a small creature.
Yeah, you can mount a skew and cast Long Strider.
All right, that's what I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna have a skew move away from the fire. Can I still? Oh, I can't command a skew, so that's all right. I'll wait.
No, it could still move. No action is required for the creature to move.
Okay, then we're gonna shimmy away from here.
If you click and drag, you
Over
should be
here.
able to select both tokens if they're on top of each other, like so.
Yeah.
Or you can just have your character be next to it, and we just know that
Mhm.
you're in the boar space. Either works for me. Okay, so that would be your turn, yeah?
That's it.
Okay. Fire. Alright, the big rip-roaring fire over here. Alright, instead of spreading, it lights the ceiling or on fire, which is the floor of the second floor. And then this fire is going to culminate.
I still had hopes we could control the fire, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't know, man. I'm really fast. I can be the best firefighter ever.
I mean, you've already proved yourself.
I'm relying on you.
Alright, and that's it for the flames having grown. This thing is falling apart. It's feeling the pain. It just looks down at Vaklo, opens its mouth, and like someone just pulled the bellows on a forge. It breathes this hot air all over you, and then takes both its fists and just is gonna 1 and 2 down at you.
Alright.
You duck underneath the first blow, and the second blow connects.
Ow.
Oops.
Ow.
Take 7 bludgeoning damage and 7 fire damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm also feeling the hurt.
And that'll make it Mouse's turn.
I'm gonna ring this bell so hard.
You know what? Just for
Turns
fun,
spent on the bell.
make
And
a,
that's when Mouse
make
gets
a-
violent.
Make an unskilled strength check. Let's see how hard you ring
Don't
that
make me
bell.
do this. Oh my gosh. Can I use bless on this?
No, it's not a saving throw. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I really wish I could say you were juicing right now, but it's not. That's not how it works.
I'm gonna do it this way. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
You ring the crap out of that bell. Everyone within at least a block is aware of a fire. You
Awesome.
you see lanterns being lit in windows, and yeah, it won't be long before people start coming out to deal with the fire. The great thing
Okay.
about living in a claustrophobic urban sprawl is that everyone suffers when there's a fire, so people are going to come and put that stuff out. Are you done? That was your action.
I am gonna move back. So maybe I can do something next turn. 5, 10, 15, 30. All right, so I'll just come back over there, and that'll end my turn.
Okay. Vaklo, you're up. Did you take the
All right.
damage before?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
wait, actually, sorry. Can I see back? Nope, I can't see Backlow. Never mind.
Oh, I accidentally grabbed your token and moved it. I don't know how I did
Oh.
that. I'll put it back.
I don't think I can see Backlow, can I? I see Gareth and Caddy,
Alright.
and yeah.
I don't think so.
So Vaklo hears the bell
Here's a
and
little
he's
bit of
Are you
like,
sure you took the damage? You're still at 24. Shouldn't you be at 10?
I should. I thought
Okay.
Okay, I didn't hit enter on my token. Perfect.
That'll happen.
I usually follow that on my page, but when you explained how earlier, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, if Vaklo hears the bell, Nice. It looks like Mouse did get violent for once, and I'm gonna go with more violence of my own with my Warhammer. Nice.
Nice.
Critical hit.
Unfortunately, the crit die wasn't that much, but that's still damage.
Every bit
Every
helps.
blow from here on out is ripping chunks of it off, cooling parts of the wound where it is. So, like, you know, on a human or something similar, or a mammalian creature, your wound would bleed. His wound just cools rapidly. That's kind of how he suffers. So you slam your warhammer into his chest, a chunk flies off of it, steam billows out, and it rapidly cools, and he reels from the wound. Yeah, at this point you're slamming into his very core, and you're whittling him down. No more grazing wounds at this point on. Anything else?
Cool. Well, I wish I could action surge or something, but that's pretty much. Well, I could try to shove it, but it's not gonna do anything worth it. So, that's it. I'm done.
Have you already used your action surge in this encounter?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow.
I think that was my big critical hit. Was on an action.
And then
surge.
you missed on your next one, but you knocked him down, but you still missed.
Yes.
All right. That makes it Garrett's turn.
Okay, so these barrels over here that I'm pinging are still intact for the moment.
For the moment.
Okay, well, 5, and am I good enough from here to barrel it?
Roll athletics.
Okay. Yeah. I'm like, this is not my job. This is not my job.
I wish he gets both bonfires, but I highly doubt it.
All right, let's see here. It's gonna be terrible. It's not terrible. It's
15
okay.
is enough. Once again, emptying the barrel of water, you're gonna douse this fire, leaving behind some fire damage.
Woo!
Yay!
I drop the barrel, and with my remaining 25 feet, I'm gonna 5, 10, and then I'm gonna hop down, while almost saying, "This is not my job," and I'm gonna look for another barrel of water.
That's perfect.
Are you gonna
I
hide?
don't. No.
Oh, you're just jumping down. All right.
If I see another water barrel, I'm using my bonus action to dash towards it.
That was
But
the
if I
only one
don't
you
see-
saw.
Yeah. Do I see anything?
It would
that
be an
looks-
action to get the lay of the land.
Yeah, and I used an action to already pour stuff. Just that's what I figured.
Okay.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay, Caddy, you're up.
All right, we're gonna charge this.
At long last.
Yes!
Yes.
Go
Watch, this is gonna
Skew!
be so bad. I just know it. And
20's a hit. 9
Mhm.
damage. Not too shabby. Alright, Askew comes running up and throws its thighs into the back of this creature's thigh analog. 2 lines run through it that just immediately rapidly cool. Magma flicks off of his tusk, not really harming him because of the speed at which he was attacking. And yeah, the creature is starting to get whittled down.
we're here for you, Backlow.
Yeah, I keep hearing it's whittling down. That's been 4 rounds.
Well, have you ever whittled?
Of course.
I'm
you're
like
right.
I'm riding a pig. I've got like my axe in the air, and I'm like, Backlow! And then we make like a little scratch on the side,
Vaklo is indeed impressed.
like when you run into the coffee table. It scratches your leg.
We've all been there.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Alright, you done?
That's it.
Okay. It is the creature's turn. At this point, it has a job to do, really. It's a businessman.
It's a business fire.
But this Backlow guy has been giving him nothing but trouble. So he is going to solve that problem, or at least attempt to. And he's going to hit with his first strike. Dealing 11 bludgeoning damage and
Ow.
1 fire damage.
Ooh, I got lucky.
Oh,
Aren't
man.
you still down?
Oh,
Ah, yes, I'm down.
Okay.
Oh
I
no.
I forgot something. He has to make a DC 11 strength save or be knocked prone.
Okay. He failed, but okay, that does mean he lost half his movement to stand up. Okay. So with his remaining movement, he's going to saunter. One, two, and then he's going to smash some fire. I think I forgot to have the fire grow. I guess the fire took a little break.
That's good. That's good.
I mean
I
half the
did
warehouse
pour
is
a
on
whole
fire.
bunch of water. There.
So, all right, Mouse, you're up.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to at least get back to where I can see things. So we're gonna go 5, 10.
Oh, when I click on your token so that I can do the player view, I see your token actions. And I'm like, number 7's Lieutenant Crossbow? That's interesting.
I mean, she's never. Oh yeah, light. She's probably never gonna use those. That's why they're at the end. But all right, I can see things again. All right, is this Vaclo?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna bonus action healing word Vaclo
Okay.
to start.
Wake up, please.
Yep. It's one of these. There it is. 4 whole hit points.
Hey, he's back
I
up.
think he AFK'd, so I'm gonna go ahead and heal him.
Okay.
So he's
Perfect.
he's conscious now.
Nice.
Are you done?
And that was just my bonus action. I got so much stuff to do.
I got plans. I got things. I got Lieutenant Crossbow.
Exactly.
I'm scared.
I don't really have a lot of things to do. I was actually
Oh, was he? Hi, son. Can you hear me?
Aw. I don't think he's a humanoid. So I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go back to the good old standby, which is vicious mockery, and I'm gonna say, you're not very good at this. We're foiling you. You're a huge fire beast monster. We're just a couple of people, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay, well, he's saved. So he looks at you and he kind of gestures to all the fire around him, like, I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good. That's the vibe you're getting off of him.
She didn't believe it when she said it. That's what happened. She
You
was
lied
trying
through
to
your
be
teeth.
clever.
You
Yep.
called your bluff.
Okay,
Vaclo, are you back?
That's gonna end my turn. Vaclo is here.
Vaclo. Okay.
He typed in the chat that he
Yeah.
needs to take
Alright,
a
so
bladder
guys, go ahead
break.
and take your turn.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I haven't heard. I mean, I imagine I heard a whole bunch of smashing noises and burning noises, but I
and
probably
Mouse
can't.
insulting him.
Yes.
Yeah. So I probably can't figure that Vaclo's down. So Gareth in this situation is going to continue his modus operandi of, if this place burns down, I lose a whole lot of time and money. So let's go find a barrel of water or something similar.
All right, roll me some. I mean, you did hear the bell. You heard the bell, but yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
14.
All right, you do a quick once over in the room you're in, and there's a lot of barrels in there, but none of them look like the 2 water barrels that you have seen in the past. Those have, identifying markers on them. You don't spot any more water barrels down here.
Okay, well, that sucks a lot. And there's not much I can do about it. So I'm going to use my movement, and I'm going to 5, 10, 15. I'm going to kind of duck around this corner as I slink past Mouse, and I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Okay, behind that 1 foot wide pole.
Oh, it's only like 1 foot. All right, then I'll
I mean, I can see you, and the pole is blocked off, so you're probably.
Well,
not the
okay,
best
I still
spot.
have some movement. I still have some movement, so I've got these like 10.
You could go
I can
east
go
a little
5.
bit, or that way.
No, I'd go this way.
Oh, remember, going up the stairs is difficult terrain, so you're... Okay, yeah, that's 30. And you're gonna hide?
That's 30? Okay. Yeah, and I'm gonna hide. Yeah. I'm just... I don't want that thing to see me. That's not friendly. That's not kosher.
Actually, I don't know if wine is as flammable as alcohol.
14.
Pretty, yeah.
Yeah, you're sufficiently hidden.
Alright, that's my turn.
Okay, Caddy. Oh, actually, let's go ahead and retroactively, Vaclo. You're conscious
Okay.
again.
All right. So
You're prone.
and Caddy looks hurt also, right?
Yeah, she took a tumble.
That's the only way I've taken damage this whole conflict.
Okay. He doesn't like me, but still
That's
have.
why she got on the boar. She was like limping on that sprained ankle.
Yeah, I have
Remember,
a
you
job
were
to do,
prone,
and
so it's 15 feet of movement to stand back up.
okay. So 15 feet is gonna be
Hey.
there. Perfect. I'm gonna go with my trademark blow.
Does anyone speak Primordial?
I do not.
Okay. The creature looks at Vaklo as he runs up to him and goes. No one knows what that means.
Damage.
But then Vaklo gives him a wallop with the hammer. Alright, the more you whittle, the more it's starting to look like a cowboy boot.
All right. So I'm gonna use a bonus action for the athletics check for the shield bash. I mean,
Okay.
maybe she can charge again. So
I don't
it's
really got
opposed.
room for that.
Alright,
Okay,
you
you
shove
need-
him
you
5
need,
feet.
All right, that's it.
Alright, let's see how the fire does. Okay, and then we'll just kind of go down the line here. Not spreading.
God, there's so much fire.
Spreading.
How many rolls?
No,
is
not
that?
spreading. It's 1 or
Wait,
2.
I haven't made a turn yet.
That's true. I'm sorry. I totally skipped you. Carry on.
All right, we are gonna move because with Longstrider we can charge. So
Okay, but if you leave that space, he's going to get an attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we might as well just attack. Can I attack from here though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if I could go so diagonally. Let's
He's
just
technically
use.
a square creature. Just circle looks better.
Oh, yeah.
How do you keep doing
Then
that,
we'll
Baron?
just-
You keep not being in the grid, and it's starting to weird me out.
Oh,
You can use Alt
Yeah.
to move outside the grid.
what do you mean you're moving outside the grid? I'm not sure
I'm gonna roll to Tusk, but I'm not doing much damage.
I mean, you're whittling.
All right.
Sure I am.
Fair enough.
Actually, that one
a-
damage is going to bring this thing down. It is very near death at this point. It doesn't mean much to y'all, but it's getting there. And that's it?
It's dead.
That's all I can do, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
So this big fire, I'm going to keep going where I was. I don't want to waste time. Is going to spread. This whittle fire is not going to spread. And then this last fire is not going to spread. Okay. So, as before, this fire is going to catch the ceiling on fire. And I think the only other fire that's going to expand is this one, yeah? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Well.
Oh boy. We may want to abandon ship.
I don't think a water barrel is gonna put that out.
Where's the fire team?
Well, it's only been 6 seconds since they were alerted that there was a fire.
Yeah, fire is a lot faster than the fighters.
Alright, the magma beast is going to swat at our gnome.
Mm,
Got an AC of 14. That is a hit.
very much hit.
You're going to
Now,
take
does it-
13 bludgeoning damage, which is enough to knock you unconscious, plus an additional 5 fire damage. That's all 1 damage source, so you do not...
Is it hitting askew?
I think he froze.
No,
Yeah.
just you. So
Oh, okay.
he kind of knocks you off askew, and you are unconscious.
That's fine.
Okay.
I got you,
And
Daddy.
SQ starts licking your wounds.
Alright, and it's going to move here, so askew is going to get an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
The only wine bottle we have is... We're waiting till after the other baby is born. That's a hit.
All right, and that's 4 damage.
Yep. And then it's going to go... That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, That's right. It's standing in the fire. Mouse, you're up.
All right, so first thing I gotta do, I'm pretty sure this is still in range. I'll double check. Yeah, no problem. So bonus action healing word on Caddy this time.
You must be running low on spell slots.
I still have 1 first level and 1 second level.
Okay.
But you heal 7 hit points. And then I'm gonna vicious mockery it again. Be like,
You need magic damage, even if it's only 2.
exactly.
All right. What do you say? Though?
I don't even get anything out. I start to like mock it, and then it walks into the fire, and it's clearly just being a badass in the fire. And I just look down and shake my head.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I'm gonna move a little bit further away from this thing. Oops, that's roller again.
There.
I'm gonna go behind. Actually, we'll go here. Oops, not on top of Gareth. There we go. And that'll end my turn.
Okay. Vakla, you're up.
All right. So it's now standing in the fire, and if I remember correctly, that's where my longsword is also. So I'm a bit sad that I lost a longsword.
Well,
Still,
a fire would take a while to melt a steel.
yeah,
sword
but
down.
I'm not gonna go retrieve it. Not right now,
Gotcha.
at least. So I'm moving through those barrels. Can I kick them down the stairs and
Those barrels are gone.
throw? Oh, they're gone. All
Yeah.
right. It's the second time they're gone. I'm gonna throw a hand axe at the thing.
Okay. Another crit.
Nice.
So yeah, 9 damage. Whittle away, beast.
Damn, this thing has a lot of HP.
I roll 1 on all damage. It seems. I
Yeah.
need critical hits. At least
Alright,
I'm looking at that front.
Your hand axe gets buried into it, and the handle catches fire. Unfortunately.
Ah, yeah. And then I'm gonna, like... This barrel moved, but it's probably still there. I'm gonna kick it down, and...
It's empty, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it down. Maybe I can get dirt in it eventually.
All right, Gareth. This thing is on its last leg.
Alright, well, I'm still hidden from it, I assume, because it's probably paying more attention to Vaklo. And I am remaining as quiet as I can, which is pretty quiet considering there's a whole bunch of noise of burning warehouse and burning away our profits. So I'm going to take a shot at it. I have advantage from stealth, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. So, here goes nothing. 23. And then here's my stealth damage on top.
All right.
Oh yeah, you do.
Your arrow. You notch your arrow. You line it up and you loose. It flies straight through its neck analog, and as it passes straight through its body, and as it does, the entire creature, all the magma in the creature, kind of turns to steam, and it just turns into a bunch of disconnected rocks and collapses in on itself. It is slain.
There's no heads to bring back for reward. Damn it!
Well, and
And
then we
Vaklo-
don't know who it was working for, which might be the worst outcome.
And Vaklo does take a moment to celebrate as if Gareth had like killed it all by itself. Well done, friend! Now
But we're alive.
let's fight more fire. And he starts like shoveling with his he's got a dungeoneering pack, so I'm guessing I've got like something to shovel with.
All right. Yeah. You all take a moment to kind of get clear of the fire, and the fire brigade, which is really just, people with buckets, come rushing in to put out the fire. However, yeah, by the time they get the fire under control, at least a third of the entire warehouse is destroyed.
Which is not so bad as I thought it would be. And right before everything happens, I probably have time to get my longsword now, right?
Yeah, you can retrieve that before the fire
Okay.
spreads. So it's a little hot
Perfect.
to your touch. The hand axe is probably gone though. Let's be real.
No problem. Okay.
It's a good thing the barrels were only full of straw and twigs.
We sell your merchandise.
I did think about throwing a tinder box in there.
I was still waiting for
That's pretty
Wisely to
counterintuitive.
cast gasoline.
You know, I have 2 casks of very flammable oil. If I was really just had a mental breakdown, I could have made this encounter so much more interesting.
All right, so you guys, we just kind of have a scene of you guys underneath the moonlight. The last of the fires is getting put out by a swarm of peasants. You're all standing in a line on the cobblestone street. 2 of you are quite singed. And what do we do now?
We learned nothing, you guys, and we set the building on fire.
Vaclos?
It's about 40% romantic.
Okay, perfect.
I have a question.
And also, Vaclo's gonna
As he's
help.
asking the question.
Sorry, repeat that?
I said you're looking at askew as you're asking that question.
Oh, yes, I am. According to Matata, you know. But Vaclo's still bleeding is gonna help with the firefighting. Yeah, that's the kind of guy he is. He wanna get noticed.
Mouse is safely on the street and is just jotting down as much as she can remember about the creature they just faced. Specifically, that regular weapons did nothing or didn't do much against it, and cold damage was good.
And being mean to it.
Yeah.
Being magically mean
The
to it.
trademark of our group.
And I'm gonna be back on askew back as far as my ankle don't feel too great. I'm a little burned up and I'm sleepy. Askew smells disturbingly tasty.
Uncomfortably delicious.
Like all you need is a little bit of salt and
A good rub.
and I'm gonna just kind of, Backlow, Gareth, Mouse, y'all did okay in there. Congratulations.
Yes, we did good.
Meanwhile,
Wow.
Gareth is like halfway down the street screaming, "The fucking money! Not a single pence!" Having a mental breakdown
Yeah.
over the lack of corpses.
And
to bring
that
back.
is going to be a good pan swipe transition to now the sun is kind of just starting to rise, and the 4 of you are standing before. Well, you guys are coming into the Wardover pub, which is a pub on the 2nd story that kind of has about a third of its floor overhanging the river, and then of course it's fortified with struts and whatnot. And this pub is where you guys meet your contacts, Garspear and Beard. And so we kind of start the scene in the window. It's kind of like you see that orange-red light of the sun just coming up over the buildings, and we pan over to the 6 of you gathered around this. Your characters have had some time to sleep, so you're fully healed. But of course, I doubt, unless you guys have changes of clothes readily available, Caddy and Vaclo have like patches of clothes, kind of still like black and burned and.
I'm very much sorry. I do have a change of clothes.
Oh, okay. Vaclo is,
He's
of course.
a noble.
Yeah.
I do not. But I don't care, it's fine.
But I'm gonna need to shop for more. Yeah.
Yep. Garspear is this kind of shorter man with frizzy salt and pepper hair, with mutton chops, also salt and pepper. He's rattling his fingers against the table, and he's like, "You really buggered that one up."
I think we did good. Damn fire beasties.
Is that what you think? You think you did good, eh? Yeah.
I did survive.
In
You know
our
what?
defense, that warehouse was entirely made of flammable materials.
But you know what? Yeah. His bad, I guess. Let me get out your earnings. 1 second. He reaches into his satchel, pulls out a bag, and turns it upside down, and nothing comes out of it.
Does he do one of these like the?
No. He's got like. He's like, there you bloody go. Decide amongst yourselves how you want to divvy it up.
I don't care about money. I care about fame. We done the job. Don't say otherwise.
Mouse sinks down even smaller than normal, like slouching even more timidly.
I stare at Gar's spear like I want to fucking rip out his eyes.
I think we're a bit of the same mind on that.
Well, if you're looking for plow and fame, you managed to, well, let's say, you're infamous. I'm going to be hard-pressed to find anybody in this city who's going to want to do business with you.
I'm gonna stand on Askew's back, so I'm about eye level because Askew's like, and then I'm another 3 feet, so I'm about eye level with him. I'm gonna poke him in the chest and be like, "We did our job when we were not adequately equipped for this situation because you, our informant, did not have information about how exactly warehouses were being destroyed. So I think we deserve a little more than what you're offering."
Oh, hey now. I didn't plow and know that there was a magma beast waiting to smash everything to bloody bits.
Did you think we knew there was a magma beast smashing things to bloody bits?
Listen. We can point fingers all you want. The truth of the matter is, the landed gentleman is not going to pay you a red penny.
I don't
But
want a red
listen.
one.
Let it not be said that Garsper ain't a plowing gentleman. You guys did me a solid when you got the guards off my back for that crime I definitely didn't commit. So I got another job lined up for you, and it's perfect.
Did I roll insight on that one?
Well, you guys know he didn't do it. It was Gar Spock, not Gar
Yeah, I
Spear.
know.
Come on now.
So he might have done a crime in his life. If he has skeletons, I'm gonna know.
He's got one inside his flesh.
And he says, and it's the perfect job for you lot because it's taking you out of Stelholm.
Oh, we did that poorly.
It's gonna make a nice change after this cesspool of a city.
And also,
Adventure.
Gareth, I should add that the Penny Prince has been putting posters of you all around town with a sizable reward. So if the rest of you want to get paid...
Okay, now that's a good reason.
I'm just looking at Dapper, and I imagine that's exactly the look on Gareth's face.
Yeah, that is the look on Gareth's face.
It's like, I'm not about that life. And he's like, all right. So
Man, I really thought I told that Penny Prince good. I didn't think there was going to be any repercussions.
all right, so there's this dwarf from Orsgarad. He's looking for some helping hands who know their way around weapons. And I mean, you guys did kill the magma beast, so at least that's going in your favor. So I'll tell him that I got a group, and I'll go get him. You guys stay here and try not to burn the plowing pub down.
We aren't magma beasts. Are you dumb?
All right, and that is going to be a good stopping point for us to go to our break. So the break should, fingers crossed, be about 15 minutes because I got to put my toddler to bed. I don't know if anyone can hear him in the background, but he's ready for bed. So we're going to be gone for 15, and we'll be back hopefully around then.
All right,
so stick around, and we'll see what the dwarf has to offer.
See you in 15.
All right, we're back.
All right, we're back. Thanks for the wait, guys. We would have gotten back sooner, but we had a little bit of some technical difficulties that we have resolved, so we should be good to go. All right. So about an hour passes. Do we have any new people in the chat? Probably not. Okay. About an hour passes, and you guys are left alone in the Woodover pub. How do you guys spend the hour?
I'll let others go first.
I mean, Mouse is reading.
Well, we don't have any money.
It's true. You did not get paid.
Was I able to get my dragon chest board back.
Yeah. You that. Fortunately, that wasn't part of the basement wasn't really on fire.
Yeah.
So.
All right, good. So I'm
I
gonna
shot.
try to
Oh,
find
go
a
ahead.
game. I'm gonna try to find a game of Dragon Chess with anyone. Mouse beat me last time, so I still want to play her, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get better.
If it's
Well,
really
I
hard
lost.
you can actually do a roll off.
You could.
It's true.
Do you want to? I'm up for that.
Yes.
All right.
Indeed.
I think you're proficient and I'm not, so you have a you have a
So
better
Dragon
chance
Chess
too.
would be intelligence.
Okay, so I'm just gonna do
Unskilled
intelligence roll.
intelligence. It's
I'm gonna
beatable.
win.
19's a beatable.
Probably.
It's beatable.
Oh, all right. Hold on. I don't know what my
Hang on, let me
intelligence
throw up
modifier is.
the rolls.
Core
Oh,
stats.
wait,
I
that's
think it's
Time
core
for-
stats.
to show off the map
Yeah.
for a little bit. I mean, it's not that impressive to be honest, but
All right,
If she
come
beats
on.
me, I'm gonna laugh so hard.
on the
I
character
was
sheet, in
distracted.
the skills tab at the bottom, there should be unskilled rolls.
Oh, that's
in the
where I do
future.
it. Okay, it's not core
Ah,
stats.
yes.
All
Aha.
right, so Vaclo, you are you are victorious. Your honor is restored.
I'm glad.
I need to have a little cutaway on this overlay for rolls. Yeah, that'll be a future update. All right.
What's Mouse doing? I mean, not Mouse. Caddy. Hello? Am I coming in?
I hear you. Caddy, Garrett's asking what you're up to in character.
Oh, I can't hear him. I guess.
Oh no! Here, let's try.
Oh, is Gareth speaking right now?
I'm speaking. Yes.
Okay, so Gareth, start broadcasting your audio through Roll20, and so that Caddy and Mouse can hear you.
Okay. Let's see if that'll fix it.
Hit reconnect. Yeah, it might have. WebRTC does that sometimes.
Did that fix it? Can you
Yeah,
guys hear
I can
me?
hear you.
Okay, we're all together
Okay.
now.
Perfect.
Okay.
Oh, man. Anyway,
Just again. What is Caddy doing? Anything?
well,
I'm just checking because I'm gonna do my thing last.
I lost a couple of arrows in that whole firefight.
Ha!
But I'm not feeling super good about that. I only have an hour though.
She could buy me a hand axe also, maybe.
Caddy with
I
all her
don't-
riches.
Yes. Oh,
I would pay.
excuse me. I could buy you something.
I would pay. I've got like 124. I'm pretty much the
Okay.
sugar daddy for the group. Right.
Backlow, I was gonna run some errands. Do you need anything? Can I like
Oh yes, I would need a brand new hand axe, and I'm gonna
Brand
give you
new.
money to. Yeah.
all right.
I want this brand exactly. I'm gonna tell you the name of a blacksmith, but he's not in town, so good luck.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
boy.
I'm gonna go to like a secondhand shop.
You're not gonna go to Adidas smithing?
No. I'm not really interested in a hand axe that's got the Gucci logo like stamped.
Supreme engraved onto the handle.
No, I'm
That's what
I'm
I need.
familiar. I'm familiar with what a good hand axe is because I've got a good hand axe.
Yep.
So I'm gonna
Alright,
find him. I'm gonna find him a deal, and I'm gonna pocket the change.
Okay,
Yep.
go ahead and roll.
I'm gonna give you 6 gold pieces, so that's enough for your arrows and my hand axe.
Nice. What do I need to roll for it?
Investigation?
Okay. And is that in my unskilled?
No, it'd be a skill, but you can still
Yeah.
roll it even if you don't have proficiency in it.
Okay. Here we go. Investigation. Ooh.
Yeah, so you head to the eastern road that comes in from Xenaroth, the capital. And as I described to you guys in a pre-session, the road coming in from Xenaroth into Stelholm is very ornate. It's the way by which the king would arrive in Stelholm if he visited. So it's got a large statue of the first king of Ormeria in a courtyard just past the gate. And also the Arms Road, which comes from the southeastern shore, which trades a lot with Bulvakor, where they have a lot of iron mines, really good iron. So there's this road called the Arms Road where a lot of weapons go in and out of Emeria, and so there's a lot of arms merchants right near the eastern road into Stelholm. So it's not hard for you to find a shop. You may not have found like a master, but you're not exactly looking for something incredibly top notch.
No, I'm really not. So this worked for me.
So he'll go ahead and sell you the items you need at the value they are presented in the PHB.
So
Okay.
5 gold
So you
for
actually
the
let's go ahead
axe.
and have you walk into the store.
All right, yeah.
There's a middle-aged human. He's got a brown beard, but the sides of it, like from here on, are quite gray. Just kind of like the goatee is still brown. He's balding on top, brown and white hair, and he's got a gray apron on. And he's got a few items on display. Most of the weapons he has for display would be polearms. Polearms would be the most readily available weapons in Wymeria and in most of this kind of Eastman area. And at first, he looks to the door where you would expect someone to come through, and he kind of like crinkles his brow and then looks down. He's like, "Oh, hi. Did you lose your parents?"
Oh, sorry, one sec.
Dang it, Askew.
Askew is not behaving right now.
Sweet pea, use your inside voice.
That works on
Good
dogs.
girl.
I should try that on my kid because it doesn't.
It actually, I've trained her to do that,
Okay.
but that's
I
besides the
try to do that
point.
with my kid, and he just gets louder.
The trick is using treats.
I don't know about the
There you have it.
bribery. All right, I'll write that down.
Excuse me, sir. I didn't just fall off the apple cart. I am a full-grown gnome at 3 feet,
no.
1.25 inches.
Well, I'm sorry. We don't get a lot of gnomes coming through here.
Yeah, this ain't my first rodeo, sir.
Well, what can I do for you, madam?
Well, I'm looking for a hand axe. I want something balanced, human-sized, because it's
Good,
for
'cause that's all I
human.
sell.
And something affordable, but don't you try to pull one over on me, sir.
Oh no, madam, no. This is an honest establishment. I don't care how short you are.
Are you being smart with me?
I got one. Is this for chopping down lumber, or are you looking for something kind of like a sidearm?
Well, if by lumber you mean enemies, then yes.
Lumber and enemies. Right. Well,
Yes.
he kind of turns around
Lumber
and
and
he kind of pulls a box closer to him. It rings with several items. He pulls out a hand axe, and he kind of like checks its weight and its balance, a ratio on his hand like that. And he's like, it's probably the most battle ready of my hand axes. I don't often sell them with the idea of chopping down lumber and enemies, but here you go. Puts it on the counter.
Okay, I'm gonna do the exact same thing.
Okay.
Do I need to roll?
Sure. Roll an investigation again.
Oh, good.
Seems okay.
All right. It seems all right. What kind of price does this relatively balanced, okay for general use hand axe go for?
I'll part with it for 5 gold.
Are you sure?
Confident.
All right, and then I just need a few arrows as well, gnome-sized, and by which I mean normal-sized arrows.
Ah, that's perfect.
Well, I got some pretty ready to use arrows. I don't got no fancy quilling on there, but
Pretty ready to use? Are they ready to use or not?
well,
You
can
can't be
see
halfway
yourself. How many you
pregnant.
need, man? How many you need, madam?
I'm just like 5, really.
5 arrows. All right. Well, let me.
How much does that cost?
He
I
kind
normally-
of puts 5 adequate arrows on the counter. He's no Master Fletcher, but they'll get the job done.
Gonna have to add adequate arrows as a separate ammo.
He says
In quotation marks.
2 silver, 5 copper.
All right, that'll do. That'll do, pig. I hand over the 6 gold and
He gives
acquire
you a
that hand axe and arrows. Put everything away. It was lovely doing business with you. I'm named Caddy Wampus, and this is Askew. What is your name? If I am ever in need of more decently crafted work.
They call me adequate. No.
That must mean something else in human.
Oh my god.
I'm Gregov.
You're what?
Gregov.
Okay.
We have a friend.
Do you need any minor work done? Do you have any pests around that I can help you with? I'm kind of an adventurer. A little
An
bit.
adventurer. Say, I think I heard about a group of them gray banners. They said they had a short person in there. Pardon, I don't know if that's the correct term.
That is incredibly insensitive, sir. That is our word.
Oh, my mistake. But are you the one that burned down that warehouse?
What?
Nope.
No. That was a group of total beginners. Rookies.
Total rookies.
But if you have like a mouse problem or anything like that, I can help you with.
Not at the moment.
You sure? Because I can talk to him real fast.
He kind of looks at you sideways and he's like, I think I'm alright.
I'm. You've never met a forest gnome, have you, sir? It's alright, you can admit it.
I never met any kind of gnome. I didn't know there was a differentiation between forest gnomes and other gnomes.
We don't all look alike.
Madam, you're the first I've ever met.
He's being schooled.
Well, it's nice to make your acquaintance. I hope we can continue doing business together. It'd be nice to have a contact in your line of work, considering my line of work.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Maybe you can get some practice fletching.
Yeah.
While I get my practice shooting things through the eyeball. I'm gonna go. And then I wanna go outside. And gather some rats around.
Okay.
And drop a little bit of food for them, and tell him to like
it's a scam. All right.
give this guy hell.
Roll persuasion to see if that...
You are starting a first level quest for some assholes in the future.
Yeah, when this stream ends, we're gonna start another stream with some level 1 fighter who's like, you got a rat problem, huh?
Oh man, these are my text-based multi-user dungeon days all over again. Let's see, I'm rolling persuasion.
Yep.
Wouldn't that count as animal handling?
Either or. Dealer's choice.
Oh my god.
I'm so happy about this.
I do enjoy the.
No!
Okay.
She gave them food though. Does that give her
They give you the
advantage?
sassiest squeaks you've ever seen as they hustle off with the food.
You've made that ravenous.
I want to know what that conversation was. Okay.
Well, it's not exactly like word to word. It's more like, you squeak to them, they squeak back, there's some body language involved.
From the Emperor's New Groove.
Squeak squeaker, squeak squeaking.
I'm gonna try and like reach in the
I'm
door.
sorry, chat can't see the roll. She got a 4. So, There's that.
I want to reach my hand in through the door a little bit and just drop some crumbs. Like he's.
Okay.
Do I need to roll for that?
Gregor
no,
just
no.
sees
I think
a
that ship has
tiny
sailed.
hand. Drop
He
some
has,
food.
he has to be looking for it.
All right, roll sleight of hand. See if you slip some crumbs under there.
All right, sure. This will go well, I'm sure.
Hey!
Oh!
Yeah, he didn't notice.
Nice. All right, I'm done here. I'm gonna go try and track down Backlow and give him his hand axe.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him his change though.
Oh, that's nice of you.
But when I do, I'm gonna point out that I could have kept it.
I'm gonna give it to her for services rendered. Thank you very much.
So you
I'm
get to
very happy with the index.
I get to
Seven
Even though I'm
silver,
not.
5 copper. You get to keep that.
I'm gonna go find a medieval Pac-Man machine.
The handle is not made of the correct wood, but I'm not gonna mention anything.
And it's got a big knot in it, right where it shouldn't be.
He just assumes that I'm literally a child because he doesn't know how gnome aging works.
That's true. All right. Just about right after you resolve that, because it takes some time to go in and out through the city streets. So basically, as you guys are handling the change, Garspear, Beard, and a dwarf man enter the pub, and they take their seats with y'all at the table.
Wait, though, did we skip Gareth?
Yeah, you
Oh
did.
yeah, I totally did. Gareth, what's up? What do you want? What are you doing?
I wasn't gonna say anything, but it's okay.
Well, you said you wanted to, like,
I did want to do something kind of major.
I have to go at the end, so I'm
kind of
like,
major,
I have to
alright.
see what he's doing.
All right, so
So
you know this is the part where the really bad editing team is like, but before that happened, this happened.
like the bad flashback, like right as
like
the scene is starting, switch to another.
Yeah, like you know, the editor forgot halfway and he was just too lazy to put it in the right sequence order. So he's like,
It's like the Star Wars swipe, but like at the exact wrong moment. Luke, I am your.
The swipe starts, stops, recedes.
Yes.
all right, so Gareth, what are you up to?
Okay, so she's leaving. By the time she gets back, Garspear will be here. Yeah, I
Yes.
imagine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then she's just not gonna be privy on this conversation. It sucks, but whatever. So we have an hour. For the first 30 minutes or so, I'm gonna go out into the street and do town guard around here walk along the streets, or are they mostly centered around the walls?
They patrol the streets every now and then.
Okay, I'm gonna look for a guard patrol that's around the area, and I'm gonna look for a guard that isn't like, you know, if it's more than 3 guards, I give up.
Okay.
But I want to look for a guard who has a quiver of arrows on his back. Do I need to roll?
Rookie.
Investigation, please.
Okay. I'm probably going to do terribly at that, but I will make an attempt. An attempt will be made. Okay. Here. Daddy needs a new natural 1.
Ooh.
Oh.
Real quick, do I have anything really embarrassing on my bookmarks bar? Because I don't want a full screen just for a roll. Okay, good. 19. Yeah, you find such a guard in a pair of archer-like guards.
Okay, so I'm going to track them, and along the way, I'm going to look for any sort of like street kids, not too young, like 4 or 5, but somewhere around like 7 to 12, even older if I have to. Just some kids playing on the street, not, you know, noble kids. I don't imagine I'm going to find any of those anyway out here.
Street youths.
You know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, some street youths.
Those are
and,
bound.
Urchins.
Yeah. And I'm going to go up to one. Well, hopefully I can find 2, but I'm going to go up to them. And if I can find 2, I'm going to pull out a silver coin. And I'm going to say, now, I want you to run to the middle of the street, right in front of those two those two jackanapes over there, and I want you to punch your friend in the jaw as hard as you can, and don't stop until about, let's say, the guard can get you off of your friend. Now, you don't have to hurt each other too bad. I just want you to make a show. And I'm going to slide him the silver piece
All right,
if I can.
as you're offering the silver coin, the one who is going in this equation is going to get slugged goes, "Wow, hang on! I want a silver. I'm going to get punched on."
I give him a silver.
All right, roll persuasion.
I have 3. Okay. I mean, if they run, I'm much faster than them. They will just end up having a bad day. All right. Here comes the natural one. Wait,
Stop tempting Murphy, please. Please. It's gonna be my natural one.
We've been rolling a lot of crits, so I imagine ones are due.
I've been rolling a lot of
17.
ones, too.
All right, the two kids look at each other, and they pocket the coins, and are like, all right. And so they run over,
right.
and yeah, they start a fist fight in front of the guards.
All right. I try and slink behind the guards. Hopefully they're distracted by 2 youths apparently beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, one of them folds his arms, and the other one is like, "Oi! You little rascals, what are you doing? This is where people walk, not fight. Beat it!"
And as they're
and he's
distracted,
shaking his foot at it like they're 2 dogs, you know, like trying to break them up.
yeah. All right, I'm gonna try and swipe some arrows from the quiver if I can,
All right,
and I'm hoping that this diversion makes my life easier.
Oh, so you're shopping. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, this is
how
thief
it
shopping.
shops.
This is thief shopping.
Perfect.
Yeah.
26.
How many did you want?
All of them, if I can.
All right,
I
you
want
empty the
somebody-
quiver.
How many arrows do I get?
Quiver's 20.
Okay, 20 arrows. Let me add that to my inventory before I forget.
He makes no noise.
This
no
is-
noise.
Oh, and for chat, he got a 26. So it's justified. It's justified.
All right, so I now have.
I need to start
30.
calling out y'all's rolls when we're on this screen. Yeah. That's a habit
Alright.
I'm gonna have to create.
All right, so I after achieving some shopping, I start heading back to the tavern. How much time do I have left?
Yeah, we'll say you arrive with 10 minutes to spare.
Okay, so I arrive and I'm kind of like not that much time, but I flip my last remaining silver at the bar counter, and I motion towards the table where Vaclo and Mouse are,
It's
And I
okay
say-
if you forget her name. She's pretty quiet.
and I say, whatever a silver can get me in edible things, and then I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit over at the table with them.
All right, a bar wench comes by with a platter full of kind of American biscuits.
All right.
I was gonna just say biscuits, and I'm like, the Brits have drilled it into me that that's cookies.
Yeah.
All right, and I sit down, and I imagine they're like either playing dragon chess or just.
Yeah, the two of them have been playing dragon chess.
All right, so I look at them both, and then I say, so, how do you think that last operation went?
I don't think it went very well. We didn't really learn anything, and we didn't get paid. And now I think Garsby is just trying to get us out of town.
Hey, look on the bright side. We're now famous.
I don't think it's the good kind of famous, Vaclo.
We shall see.
I kind of sigh and I say,
But
You know-
Backlow does agree. Like, well, you're right.
I kind of give them both like a look, and I say, I think you're right, Mouse. I think that went terribly, and you know why I think it went terribly? I think it went terribly because we're letting people pick our jobs for us, and these people aren't really doing too well at it.
Damn, shots fired.
Indeed.
Garspear's ears are burning. as he
I'm
told
gonna
me
go
that.
back to my half-orc boyfriend.
Ow!
And I continue
You
on, and
read
I
into that relationship a little.
a little too far.
Is Is that a Gnorg? Because
Grunge.
I'm not gonna get into details. Never mind.
Mouse just looks confused and like, but Garspier is our liaison with the Grey Banner, and my assignment is to work with the Grey Banner. I don't know what you mean, Gareth.
What I mean is that, well, you see, my goals in life are pretty simple. Make money, don't die while making money.
Those are very interesting, Gareth.
He's gold.
Vaclo would like to make a history check if he knows about like the life of recruits in the Grey Banner.
Sure.
16.
Now, you kind of got caught up on your accent. What was the first half of that question?
Well, I do want to know if like this kind of shit job is part of a new recruit's life.
He wants to know our expiration date.
If it's normal, if we have to go through, yeah.
Taking jobs that suck, it's kind of par for the course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So
kind of work your way up to the fun stuff, but I mean, Mouse can tell you, even the veteran Grey Banner groups still get punted around by various creatures every now and then.
Oh,
I mean, the last group I was traveling with, they've been part of the Grey Banner for a long time, and they saw their fair share of scrapes too. I think this is just what we signed up for, Gareth.
Oh yeah, that's why I use a shield.
I kind of sigh and say, it's not the whole danger thing that mostly rakes on me. It's the fact that Garspier seems hell-bent on setting us against unknown odds for little to no pay aside from more promise of work, which I feel is a cycle that's going to continue into the future.
Yeah.
It's for exposure.
Yeah, Vaclo just says like, it's part of the job. It's gonna get better. Just enjoy your mead.
Well, Gareth, what do you propose instead? I'm curious.
Garspier's one man.
Mm-hmm.
I propose, since he's my only current lead into the Grey Banner for jobs, that if you really want to keep working with him, you make it clear that this is bullshit.
I mean, he's a little bit intimidating, but I suppose that maybe I could bring that up.
That would be maybe a tad too much noble-like, wouldn't it? I didn't come here to repeat the same mistakes and be nosy, choosy, picky. Yeah.
I mean,
what do you mean?
Vaclo makes a good point too. Like, we don't want to get kicked out of the Grey Banner. Like,
why not?
Well, because then I wouldn't get my degree.
A degree? And
yes.
Just for OC reference, Gareth doesn't know that these two pricks are nobles.
Well, she's not a noble. Actually, no, she is. Is she not?
I am a noble as well. I just don't act like it.
And while you guys were talking, I started a biscuit war in chat, apparently.
Yeah, that's a good friend of mine from when I was living in Scotland. And I made biscuits one time. And that started a conversation. Have I arrived at this conversation yet?
Yeah, let's go ahead and have you come in. And then you come up to...
All right. I'm going to, crash in, though. I've got a boar. Everyone's like, you can't have that here. And I'm like, what? I don't understand.
You're talking gnomish the whole way?
Like, I'm sorry.
La-dee-dee.
And I'm just gonna saunter up to that table.
Turning off the cam for 1 minute.
How are you guys? How was your shopping trip?
Oh, it was pseudo successful. Some side endeavors were less so. But the animals out here are so rude.
Oh.
They don't have any of that swamp hospitality like back home.
I've heard that about city animals. They're kind of stuck up a little bit.
You ever heard the saying about the country mouse and the city mouse? Because I feel like this would apply to you.
No,
this
do
is
tell.
Really relevant.
We're bonding. Okay.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you the story later. It's a story of my people, and what with a nickname like Mouse, I think it'd be one you'd enjoy. For now, I'm gonna. Well, I had the exchange with Vaklo as far as like giving him his axe, giving him his change, and pointing out I could have taken it, and then having him give it to me anyway, and going, "Damn right."
Get
Now I
some
just imagine,
treats
like,
for
this-
SQ. Get some treats for SQ with that money.
Oh, yes, you know I treat my pig very well. Um,
So Patty, while you were gone, Gareth was talking to us about potentially trying to get better jobs out of Garspear and to kind of stand up to him a little bit and say we should try to get better jobs, one where we're not gonna get set on fire and not get paid, I think.
No. I'm gonna like pull Mouse like halfway aside, because for me that's a far way, and kind of be like, Mouse, do you think Gareth might be a little dense? That's exactly what we're getting out of Garspear.
Be like, no, he wants us to try to request better jobs.
Well, he said it'd be better.
That's
You're
true.
forgetting the gold part of the conversation.
Why do we need gold?
Damn.
Vaklo's got plenty.
Damn. This
Yeah,
deep.
no, I mean, I don't know. Like we're getting enough to eat. I still have plenty of paper. I don't really know what he's getting at, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Garrett does have a point though. My stipend is very very limited, but we're good for a couple of weeks.
Meanwhile, Gareth is like staring at Vaklo and then staring back at Mouse, and something's clicking in his head like stipend. These people don't care about money.
I mean, I don't.
and he's slowly like looking towards Vaklo's pockets.
Yeah, you haven't made an investigation check on mine.
All right, so
Yeah.
the door is open, and in walks in Garspear and Beard. And I realize I haven't really described Beard to the audience. Beard is a very
He's a
tall,
beard.
Northman, which is basically a Viking. And he's got a big red beard, and he is mute. Or at least everyone thinks he's mute. He's never said a word. And so, yeah.
He also doesn't write.
He does not write either. They learned that. And he carries a big old bearded axe on his back. And he is Garspear's bodyguard. And so Garspear, and this dwarf comes in. The dwarf, he is wearing fine clothing. Like poofy shoulders. And a nice pointed hat. It's kind of got a silver and blue purplish kind of motifs and colors about it. He's a well-to-do looking dwarf. And the three of them take a seat. And Garspear says, "Right, listen up. This gentleman here is Boldham Oldroon. And he's got a job for you."
I'm
Can
pro
you-
this.
Can you put that name in chat so we know how to spell it?
Boldham
I'll do
Old
you one
Room.
better. I'll add him to your journal.
Perfect.
That information you're about to learn anyway.
Hey, I didn't get the name right.
I wasn't even close.
So, Garspear kind of like gives the floor to Mr. Oldroon, and Boldham goes, "All right, how's everybody doing? As he says, I'm Boldham. You can just call me Boldham. I'm from Orskarad, and I've traveled a long way. I'm an archaeologist, you see, and I've been searching for a lost dwarven city, said to be somewhere in the bounds of Vermeria. And, I recently came across a dig in Old Orskarad that leads me to believe that the lost city is in the Watchful Peaks, which is south of here. Now, I, recently came from Zeroth, where I met with your king Holtmere, and he's, permitted that I lead an expedition down to the Watchful Peaks and, find this lost city for myself. I'm working for another lord by the name of Count Rudebar here in Stelholm, who has been giving me aid on behalf of the king, including provisions, a riverboat, and a handful of mercenaries for protection. But,
Can you repeat the name of the sponsor, please?
Oh, sure. It's Count Rudebar.
Thank you.
Count Rhubarb. What an odd name.
Rudebar. It's Rudebar.
Excuse me, Mr. Baldman.
Boldham. It's just Boldham.
Count Rutabaga, right?
Count Rutabaga.
No, it's Rudebar.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rutabar. Okay.
There you go, you got it. I say it in Dwarvish. It's still Rudebar. It's a proper name.
I think we were having a bit of fun with you, mate.
Oh, God. Well,
Were we?
Back to work.
there's a question, I think.
Hello, Mr. Baldman.
Baldwin.
My name's... yeah, that's what I said. Sorry, that was too funny. My name's Cattywampus,
Of course it is.
which, by the way, is a proper name.
That's our introduction.
First, what are you?
I'm a dwarf, lass. I'm from Wurskerod.
Okay, I've only encountered so many of those. Second, what is in it for us?
Oh, of course.
Payment-wise.
Right. Well, I mean, I was going to get to that, or...
Not to sound like Gareth, but
No, I feel much better when you sound like me.
Well, let the GM peruse over his notes here to see how much he was actually going to pay you. It definitely would have been something I should have written down.
It does,
No.
my good sir.
well, wait, one second. I'm gonna lean over to Gareth and whisper like, "Do dwarves got lots of money?"
Generally, yes.
I'm gonna look over this archaeologist again. I'm like, "Do archaeologists got lots of money?"
Those sponsored by Counts, mate.
We're not very good at whispering.
He's like,
Wait, I'm gonna.
let me put your minds at ease. The Lost City is sure to be filled with valuables. The stories tell that its vaults were never breached. So...
What are you going to pay us for getting there? I don't care if it has valuables inside.
Well, you see...
Hey, this is just going to be a great subject for my thesis. We're in!
I assume she speaks for all of you. Let's go.
I will enjoy the fame of being named in her thesis. I'm in.
Well, you see, the journey
I don't know
there...
what a thesis is. I'm in.
all your needs will be provided. The good count has provided me quite a bit of financial benefits. However, if it's coin you desire, we can negotiate a sum. But again, once we arrive at the Lost City, assuming we find it, there's going to be quite a lot of treasure for all of us. And I'll see to it that you get your fair share. What's a fine sum for the journey?
I have some questions.
Oh yeah,
again.
go ahead, lass.
Is this gonna be a take what you can carry issue? Or is this actually going to be fair? That's my first question. Second, when you say our needs will be met, do you include, of course, my my companion Askew, the boar?
Yes, of course. Of course, we'll provide food and lodging for your boar. Is it one of them fighting boars?
Yes, I'm so glad that we will be working with you. Askew, he has met so little respect here.
You know, in Orskarod,
within
we got
city.
battle goats.
Like, these city folks just don't understand the competence of a medium-sized animal.
Aye. I think we see eye to eye.
Literally, because he's about as tall as the board.
You know what? I've decided I like you. I don't know what a thesis is, and I'm pro being paid fairly. And you like my boar, so I'm in.
This sounds
And
excellent.
then I'm gonna look pointedly at Gareth, like,
Oh god, I think my thing's screwing up. Hello?
No, we hear you. It just... We're getting feedback.
There we go. Fixed it.
Okay.
Well done.
Don't know why that happened.
We're still
And it
getting
did it again. Hold
Mm.
on. Why? Hello? There we go.
We good? Test.
Yeah.
Test.
Test. 1, 2, 3.
All right. So it sounds good.
All right. Continue on.
All right. So
I'm looking at Gareth and like
What does that mean?
because I agreed to go and the other two agreed to go, so it's like you're the last one.
You're the holdout.
Gareth stares at the dwarf and he says, I'm going to make it clear to you my reasoning so that you understand that I'm not being greedy, I'm being pragmatic. Firstly, this is an ancient lost city that could be filled with all number of deadly things, such as a cave-in that could kill us,
that's
creatures
the
or
least of our
bandits that could
concerns.
kill us. Exactly. And on the journey, we could all catch a disease and die, or bandits could kill us. Essentially, what you're asking us to do is to take a journey out of the safe confines of this city in exchange for whatever we find when we get there.
Oh no, I'm
So,
willing to pay
yes.
you for the journey. As long as it's a reasonable sum. The real treasure will come when we find the lost city, you see. The vaults have all manner of arcane intricacies and of course, gold and silver.
All right. I heard you before when you said you were willing to pay. I just wanted to explain. Fine. If you're paying a fee for us to go on the journey, and there is gold and riches to be had when we arrive, I don't care. I'll go with. I have nothing better to do.
Excellent. So, what fee would be agreeable for the fur you?
I kind of look at Backlow, Mouse, and then Caddy.
What
Someone in
feel?
chat says the real treasure will be the friendship we make along the way.
Yeah, that's me.
What can friendship buy me, though, is the question.
Well,
Michael
if it
is
was
not
Backlow.
very businesslike. I mean, all of his life he's had all the money without working for it. So he's like, oh, we can't get paid for a trip. That's a good idea. And now you look at him, he's like, how much? 500 golds? Is that enough?
I was thinking more along the lines of 25 each.
25 each is a good sum. I'll take it. I
Right.
think that's fine.
Okay, that's better. Good.
And I kind of look over at Vacla and I'm like, how exactly rich are you again?
I'm not. My family is.
Your family is
sure.
rich, therefore you're rich.
I-
We'll get back to this. Estimates later.
Indeed. He's
So-
at the rest.
While they're still talking about money, Mouse goes up to Bold and be like, okay, so what do you know about this lost city? Tell me everything.
All right. Well, the legends called it the Wet City. I can't find any proper name for it other than that. It was ruled by a dwarven king many centuries ago, before Remuria was founded. In addition to iron and other valuable metals, it was a gold and silver mine. And the legends say that the smiths used to incorporate the silver into their weapons and sometimes even imbibe them with magic. But of course, we won't know until we get there. Anyway, it was a coastal city along the Watchful Peaks. And, well, it used to trade from the Brownwater Bay. And then, one day, it went silent. One theorist believes that the seawater rose and flooded the lower city, which is something we may have to deal with when we get there.
Shall we travel through Tenderov, Crossville, and Sissamar?
Hang on. He digs into his bags and he pulls out a map. So let's go ahead and...
I'm trying to find the mountains he mentioned. I did find Brownwater Bay.
Alright, so the red circle is
Watchful
where you guys
Peaks.
are.
Okay, Watchful
He pulls out
Peaks.
a map of Lemuria, and he says, alright, lads and lasses, we're going to be taking a riverboat down the Stelrome to Stelberg. Then we're going to acquire a cart and make our way down the south road to Hornbluff. Then we're going to commission a boat and sail to where I believe we will find an entrance into the Wet City.
That sounds fine to me. So that's about 4 days, 3 days travel, if I'm correct.
Well, let me add it all up here. It's going to take about 3 days to make it down the river. And then another 3 days to get to Hornbluff. Should take a week to find the entrance. Then it's just a matter of finding our way through caverns and ruins to find the actual city itself.
And when do you wish to depart? Do we have time to gather the goods?
Well, I'm still working out the final particulars with the Count, so I'm hoping to cast off tomorrow morning at first light.
Which
Is that good
doesn't
for
leave
y'all?
much time. Yes.
Even when I'm doing an accent, I still say y'all.
I'm so excited. I don't think I've ever been on a boat before. I've never been on a mountain before. I've never been in a mountain before.
Well, you've probably been on a boat, you know. If
Maybe.
You've been in a
No.
marshland. Maybe not
I
a very
just kind of
big boat.
imagine.
It
Yeah,
probably was
like
a
I've never,
gondola.
not like a proper boat. I've been in like a canoe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or a gnomish gondola, which is the same thing.
I'm so excited.
So
I'll-
I'm figuring out he's gonna pay for our food, but I still wanna get rations in my pack and a new set of fine clothes before we go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna pay for
Yeah.
that.
Mouse sees Vakla leaving, and she's like, rations. Should I have some of those? Because my backpack's mostly full of books and paper. So maybe I should have some other stuff.
I wouldn't worry too much about food. We're going to be buying provisions at each leg of the road, but I plan to have enough food to last 3 weeks inside the mountains, in the event it takes us a while. And if we need more, we can always send the barge back to, what's that town again? Hornbluff, and stock it up and coming back. I wouldn't worry about
I
food.
did get some.
If there are
I
any
did get some
animals
food.
near there, I could shoot them.
I'm very particular on my food, so I did get something specific, which costs a bit more, and also a set of fine clothes, which is very important.
Of course. However, this isn't the age of sweatshops and universal sizes, so you're gonna be hard pressed to
true.
find yourself a set of fine clothes that fit you within a day.
Yeah, for when I'm back, I'm still gonna pay for it.
Oh, okay. Do you have a tailor in Stelholm that your family frequents? Actually, is your family from Xenorov? I don't remember.
Yes, we're from the capital.
So you probably don't have a lot of contacts here in Stelholm.
True.
You'd have to
I'm
find a
gonna
tailor.
waste my time trying to find one. I can investigate for that, right? Do I have investigation?
Yes, Simon. What is it? What do you need? You said wait. I mean, I'm not. The game's not waiting for you, but I'm eagerly awaiting what you have to say.
Oh yeah.
No,
I mean,
pause,
when I'm back,
pause everything.
I need clothes. All right.
I feel like if I looked around for clothes, I'd just find children's stuff, which isn't exactly adult
Oh,
fashion.
but I mean, I don't
There's
find a
some
shop, I
pretty
lose
cute
my
kids'
time,
clothes.
and I'm gonna have to find some clothes later.
Oh, actually, to answer your question, Simon, slavery is not practiced in Remeria, but Northmen are known for being slavers. So, not in Remeria. If you get one of them Yagshir imports. Yagshir is an island to the north where Northmen live. Then maybe it was made by slaves.
We're gonna practice like conscious shopping.
Okay. Yeah.
So, but I'm done. I'm
Only
done.
locally
Yeah.
sourced cotton.
Yes.
I think what Garrett did earlier was conscious shopping.
I mean, that's just like straight up recycling.
Yes, Simon.
Yeah, they're not using it anyway.
Yes, Simon. This is that world. It's the same campaign. Simon was one. I forgot. Simon was one of my players. He joined late though, so.
he didn't know what the beginning
You
looked
didn't know
like,
the beginning, yeah.
which mostly looked like being very silly.
And, you know, he hates me, apparently. Well, that's love, I guess. You fall in and out of it.
Tough love, tough love.
Alright. Okay. Are we just left to our own devices?
Yeah, that's why I'm doing
well.
it over again, Simon, because it's an awesome campaign. Anyway, yes, you guys can go shopping, you guys can go burglarize, which I assume is what Gareth wants to do.
Oh, you don't have any idea whatsoever.
I'll be taking 2 minutes. Be right back.
Okay.
Okay. Is this session ending shortly, or what's the plan here?
No, we got a little less than an hour, so 50
Okay.
minutes.
I thought this was like wrap up. What are you doing? Because Vaclo is so brief. But if we've got some time,
No,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy.
So I know Caddy uses a bow as well. How many arrows does she look like she has on her person?
I have 53 arrows.
Oh, never mind. I'm not
5
giving you shit.
Five of them are adequate. What, you don't got 50 arrows?
No!
I mean,
That's like 2 quivers worth of arrows!
I'm a ranger, so...
Do you think I want to be close to the things as well? Oh.
Well, yeah, well, you just got into the wrong profession now, didn't you? I'm
He's
not a coward,
multi-quivering, you know?
Yeah, well, I've got one on either side of my hip. I'm like a quick draw master here.
Alright, well, then never mind. I'm not giving her shit. Okay.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find a kind of town center area,
Well,
and I'm gonna like put my little hat on a skew because I assume we've practiced this, and I'm gonna play pan flute. I'm gonna have like
just for
this-
clarification, are you putting your hat on askew, or are you putting your hat on the boar
on the
askew?
on the boar askew. Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna play pan flute, and Eskew's gonna kind of like trot in circles. There's not much dancing a boar can do, but she's really gonna try.
All right, roll perform. Man,
Do I, or can I? Yeah, I can. Gotta scroll down to pan flute here.
I assume you're like seeking alms.
Yes, I've got like a little like offering plate, effectively. My little wooden bowl.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're not really inspiring much.
I mean, I'm not very good at pan flute. I just have one.
I'm gonna say someone comes by and assumes you're a homeless child and drops 3 coppers into your I guess just wherever.
Nice. Yeah, into my little bowl, my little wooden food bowl.
Right, what's everybody else up to? I know Vaclo is AFK, but I think he's planning on finding a tailor to make himself some
Okay.
threads.
I'll let Mouse go first if she's doing anything.
So she should probably get some more crossbow bolts, but she's only used one, so she still is 19, and she doesn't really care about that kind of thing. So I mean, she's like studying her books and again, just making notes about everything they've learned and anything. Like if before Boldham left, she probably just like hit him with a ton more questions, carefully writing everything down, and she's just spending her evening reading and making notes about the city.
Okay.
Sightseeing, got it.
Oh,
Yep.
one thing. Do I have enough time left over to comprehensively?
You got like the whole day.
Yeah. So I want to spend some real serious time comprehensively studying the terrains and areas that we're about to travel through, like the route he explained to us.
Okay.
Okay,
Gareth.
that's all.
So we did get a whole day because I would go sightseeing, trying to find a tailor.
Right.
Okay. Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do. What Garrett's gonna do.
Okay.
First, I have an OOC question that pertains to in-character knowledge. So, I am an alchemist, but I have my spells, which essentially act as temporary potions that I can make, you know, active for a moment and then cast essentially. But it's kind of like warlock stuff. Uh, but I assume I also know some recipes for some things that will not go inert immediately after I pump them full of magical fun time juice. So, what would I know in terms of like recipes or anything from my time as in studying alchemy amongst some
Sure.
people?
You're proficient with
Background.
the alchemist supplies, and yeah, that kind of falls under quite a few things. I don't think you're quite at the point where you can make like magical potions, but anything an early chemist could do, you could probably do.
I know I can make alchemist fire because it lists that in Xanthar's guide. Unless you want to overrule that, which
No,
is
no,
fine.
absolutely. Yeah, you can make alchemist fire.
Okay. Well, if we've got a whole day, would I have to go out and buy some ingredients for that? I'm fine with doing that.
Sure.
All right. Yeah, I wanna get whatever I need to make alchemist fire, and then I want to make at least one flask. I'm not sure how you'd want to price range that.
Says in Xanathar's, a character can spend money to collect raw materials, which weigh 1 pound for every 50 gold spent.
Hmm.
It's an assload of money.
Yeah, this is a lot of money.
Um,
But that's why you steal the things you need.
right. I would reckon that in order to make alchemist fire, it would probably use less than 1 pound of equipment, because it would seem rather foolish economically for you to spend 50 gold to create alchemist fire and then sell it for 50 gold. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that
say
would not economically work.
you can buy enough materials to make alchemist fire for half that. So, Caddy, are you bunny goat gruff?
Yeah. I mentioned in the Discord chat that that's my
I can't see.
that's
the
my
chat.
art. Oh yeah, it's my Twitch art account's
Cool.
name.
Well,
Always
currently,
about
I think
four
the only
legs.
people watching are the four of you, my
Yeah.
and then 2 of my moderators. But you know what? That's an audience.
Oh wait, where'd Buttercup go?
I was gonna say I definitely had a friend watching too, but he might be gone.
I had
right
a
now.
friend watching earlier.
My friend, 2 of my friends are still watching
Oh, okay, cool.
on
Glad
my
to
viewer
have
list.
Most people I know
if
are
you-
watching other channels.
We
So
just
I
got
didn't
another
notice.
viewer.
It's the first
All
week.
we had
I'm
to
not
do was
expecting
talk
a lot.
about it, and we got another one.
9? My stats say I'm at 6. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, no, it says 9.
Yeah, Buttercup's still here.
Well, hi guys. Thanks for being here. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope this is a good stream.
I have it open so I can harass the chat.
Awesome.
If you set a price range for what I need to craft alchemist fire, you cut out for me. You kind of went robotic.
I'm sorry. It was 25 gold. So half of what
Okay.
someone would sell it for.
Okay, could I look for an apothecary / alchemist place and steal some supplies?
Go ahead and roll an investigation to see if you find an appropriate apothecary shop.
Sure. More than happy to suck at investigation. It makes my time great. All right, let's see here. Natural 1, please. That's close.
Close.
Oh well.
You find apothecary Bill's 1 gold shop. Everything is a gold.
It's all just tonics for like hair.
You go in
Just
there,
snake oil.
you step inside just to kind of case the joint, and you're immediately met by some offensive scents. He seems to have lit several incenses that do not go well together.
Oh god.
There's a haze in the place, and there's only there's 2 stands on either wall, and then there's a center stand that has wares on either side of it, and then his counter, and you kind of like waft your way through the haze to get to him, and he is a young human with a really unkempt beard, and really quite long hair goes down past his shoulder. And
What you're telling me is that I've essentially entered like the stoner store right now.
he's got a bowl of incense right in front of him, and the fumes are just going up his face. And he's like, "Hey man, I'm apothecary Bill."
So nice.
All right. Does it look like there's anything of value here for me? I imagine not.
Make a quick perception check.
Okay. I am good at that, but I'm gonna roll terribly. 10.
On one of the countertops, you spot a small glass vial that has one of the components needed to make alchemist fire. I was gonna say, oh no, someone dropped. That means all my frames look really bad.
Hey, my cow.
Pickard,
no.
no. It looks all jacked.
Oh no.
I'm sure she'll be back, so you just have to suffer. At least we have the game screen, guys.
Alright. Alright. I kind of point behind him and I say, I think one of your incense has lit your bead curtain doorway on fire.
Okay. Roll persuasion. No, actually, roll deception.
Okay. I am not a social guy. Let's see how this goes. Terribly.
He's like, nah, man. It's an incense bead doorway. It's supposed to be on fire.
Even if I'd rolled well, we can't heal stupid.
I know, that was based on your roll. He would have freaked out if he'd gotten high. So what can I hook you up with something, man?
I kind of look him over, and I say, do you have anything that smells really nice in the back? This stuff right here is too cheap for me.
Oh man, it's not about the smell. But but if you're into like, what are you looking for? Like a rosy bouquet or
Yeah, something for my wife. She
got
needs
a
this
rough?
to meditate.
That's cool.
Yes. Yes, it's really cool.
Hey, the frames are back.
If you could just check in the back for me. I don't think anything out here is interesting me.
Yeah, man. You got it. And remember, everything's a gold. And he turns around and he's like, oh, whoa. It's not on fire at all.
And I'm gonna take a shit and leave.
Nice.
Alright, slide of bowels. Make a slide of bowels check.
No, taking his shit, not taking a shit.
Oh, okay.
I cut out, I guess.
Make a stealth check. You don't need to make a sleight of hand check because he's not watching you. Just make it so that you can grab it and get out before he's
22.
Yeah, Macarb, if we lose video, if you could at least be in the video chat to hear us and so that my frames don't drop, that'd be great. Did you catch all that?
I'm trying. The whole thing shut down for a second.
Okay, it's working now. Yeah, all right. So you grab the vial you need and you're out the door before he comes back. As the door closes and you're already gone, you just hear like, "Oh man, he left."
All right. So how much of the gold cost for alchemist fire is that going to take off? It's probably not much, but
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Let's let fate decide, shall we?
Ooh.
Oh wow, it was a core component. That was 19 gold's worth of. You have no idea why that guy was only selling it for a gold. He was probably.
I feel like the incense might have something to do with how his IQ has landed squarely around room temperature.
Yeah. Or maybe we could say that you already had the rest of the supplies, But definitely, yeah, the majority of the cost is gone. So you only need about 6 gold worth of materials in order to attempt to make alchemist fire.
I'll spend it and make some alchemist fire.
Great. Go ahead and make an alchemist supplies roll.
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 Okay.
You have to say it right.
I can't roll my R's.
Well, you fail.
Too bad. Yes, Caddy. Here, I'll type that to her. For now, let me roll my alchemist supplies. Oh, that's terrible.
Oof.
And then the tavern caught fire.
Not
Oh, you know what?
again.
I just read a line in Xanathar's. I was actually dead on. It, the equation is 50 gold minus half the value of the item created. So I was actually
Ah.
exactly right.
Oh, wow.
Fortunately, you failed. So I'm going to go ahead and see how much supplies you wasted. I'm going to roll a d25. Oof. 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 That was a bad botch.
Okay, so I spent my 6 gold and then wasted almost all of it. Okay,
Yep.
that's fine. All right, well, I'm gonna give up on that little adventure for the day.
Okay. I mean, we guys got the whole day to shenanigans. So it's anyone else wants to do? Why was that sound so hard?
Like I said, trying to get a tailor, so I'm gonna
Okay, roll investigation.
walk through town with Wisely, but I'm gonna stop every time she stops, so I don't see much of town. So
It's frequent. There are a lot of notes.
Yeah, she's like, oh, this architecture. They don't have that in Zetteroff.
Exactly.
And it's like
This
it's
is
just a
very
normal
interesting
archway.
background.
well,
Are you,
I've
are,
been,
are you seeing this?
Vaclo's been sheltered all of his life, so he's very interested. Also, he's like, oh yeah, it's a first. Oh, another first. Hi, I'm with you. But no, let's find a tailor.
Let's roll investigation.
And
With that roll, the stops you take, the route you make, you find no tailor.
I probably known all about the architecture of 3 tailor shops, but I didn't go in.
Did you see these windows here? Do you see the facade along the windows? You'll only see this in Stelholm. Okay, this is one of a kind right here,
Yeah.
Vaclo. One of a kind.
And then I forget to look through the window. I just look at the frame. Oh, you're right. And that's about it for my day, I'm guessing.
Sure, yeah.
Unless they're more architecture. Right.
There's lots.
I mean, I could always try and find a place to rob again, but if you guys have other stuff you want to do in mind, I'm not gonna.
If you can
Not gonna
find a
take it all
tailor
out.
to rob, it's perfect.
I don't know how that would work.
If
Just hold him at crossbow point. Be like, measure him.
Make clothes
Yes.
his waist size.
Add frills, more frills.
All right. As Mouse and Vaclo are perusing the streets, you guys come upon a townhome, and a group of 16 guards have surrounded the townhome. And before your eyes, they kick in the door, and about half their number rush inside, and they're shouting, "City Guard!" And there's a commotion going on inside.
Vaclo feels like he's entitled to information, so he's gonna go and talk to the captain of the guards, the guy like giving the orders.
Okay.
And
Yeah, one
ask
of the
him-
guards approaches like, whoa, City Guard business.
Yes, I know. I'm only curious about what's going on here. I'm Vaclo Drossiar, and I show him my signet ring. I only want to know what's going on.
Oh, of course, my lord. There's some Northmen in there, dealing in illegal slave trade.
Oh, I see.
And as he says that, if I'm inside, you just hear what sounds like, metal hitting flesh, and the cry of, "Ah!" And he kind of looks behind him nervously. It's under control.
Let's hope so. And I'm gonna stay and watch and see.
Mouse
All right.
will also approach, but she's staying behind Vaclo.
Easy enough to do. All right, yeah. So about 15 minutes go by, and they drag out 2 Northmen in their obvious Northman garb, who are shackled, and the 2 of them are spitting and swearing in Northman, the language of the Northmen. And one of the guards is coming out, like, leaning on one of his comrades. He's wounded, and they bring in some medics, and you see them cart out one of the guards who is like his chest has been completely split open. It looks like someone of Beard's size and build drove an axe into him. So it looks like one of the guards met his end, and it also looks like another of the Northmen died. So they're getting his body out.
Hmm.
And
Impressive work.
the guard is total. He's dead. He's not
he's
like
toast.
Okay, all right.
And I do comment on impressive work. And then we're gonna move along.
You're gonna mosey on out.
A bit gruesome for my taste, Faklo.
Oh well, yeah, maybe a little bit. You will have to get used to that.
All right, Kat, anything else? For you?
I want to, no, not off the top of my head, I don't think. Actually, okay, I'm going to start chatting with some rats
Of course,
in
yeah.
the center of town.
It's gonna be the
Just kind
Pied
of-
Piper.
with my really bad pan flute playing and just rats.
Yeah. You're like going through an alleyway playing the piper, and one of the rats comes up and is like, "Squeak me, could you stop?"
Oh, nice.
Oh my god.
They've all got like New York Italian American accents.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, what are you doing?
Squeak.
Why are you playing that at this hour?
Forget
This is when
about
rats sleep. What are you doing?
So really I'm just going to offer food and try to have some conversations about who in town is doing what to their knowledge, like who annoys them the most. And I'm gonna I don't really know how to find Gareth right now. I feel like he would know
I don't
what
think anyone
businesses
knows.
I want. I don't think anyone, even the Penny Prince, doesn't know how to find
I
Gareth.
mean,
But
if you
he's-
ask around for Gareth, he might just show up. Who knows?
Well, I was gonna see if I could find out what businesses are going to interest me as far as like I would
Wait.
like.
Oh, that's
I'm
another
gonna
thing.
try something. I'm gonna jiggle
close.
my purse, see if Garrett appears.
You look in the mirror and jingle your purse 3 times, and Gareth. No,
It's
but
like-
speaking of Gareth,
Beetlejuice.
during your walkabout throughout the city, you spot some etchings onto and some carvings and sometimes some paint on some stone buildings, written in basically like medieval gang signs, also known as thieves' cant. And they all seem, the ones that catch your eyes seem to be ads by the Petty Prince
To kill me.
looking for you. Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay.
Every notable thief has kind of like a symbol
Yeah.
that kind of represents their name, because obviously you can't thieves can't a name if it's
Yeah.
just like it's gang signs and stuff.
Yeah.
So what would your symbol be? Like what I mean, it may not be under Gareth's control, but it would be one you recognize. I'll give you the narrative license to decide like what kind of symbol Gareth is around this town.
Oh boy. Okay.
Some inspiration, something round like a coin.
So it would Garrett's symbol would probably be a half-lidded closed eye, and kind of drawn under like it's laying on top of it is a gold coin, and that would be his symbol.
So like a drowsy eye on top of coin.
Yes.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So you
And-
see that symbol an alarming amount of times around the city.
Okay. Then I have a new objective because
Kitty.
I know the Penny Prince was after me, but now he's pissing me off. Okay, so Gareth is going to look around for the freshest of these carvings and drawings and etchings, and I'm going to look for whatever gutter shite is making these on the walls. Just eat any sort of
Roll perception.
footpad or rat. Perception? Okay.
Yep.
Here's where the terrible rolls come in, guys.
You
Let's
always
keep
say
the
that.
rolls.
You always say that.
It makes me feel better when things don't go terribly. Let me have my thing.
All right.
Oh.
Natural 20.
Oh.
I'm so glad I could help you.
You round a corner
That-
right as a 7-year-old urchin is like right as he's like finishing the brush of your symbol, and he just kind
Okay.
of looks at you and he recognizes you.
I'm going to grab him by the arm.
Oh, you got
Are
him
we
dead
in
to
the-
rights. Yeah, okay. So you just grab him and he's like, oh, Garrett. Oh,
Are we in like an open street or an alley?
you're in an alley. You got
I
a
pull out my dagger and I hold it up towards his eye and I say, "Who put you up to it and who gave you the money?"
Who do you think? It was the Penny Prince.
The penny prince goes out into the streets and hands fucking silver to every single beggar who needs a job. Who? What lieutenant?
It came straight from him.
Really?
Yeah, he's been making the rounds.
Can I make an insight against this? I feel like this is
We
bullshit.
like
Yeah, you
killed
go inside.
all of his henchmen. So
Say again?
Yeah, make an insight check.
Okay. Let me... I just ought to keep my freaking character sheet up. There's no reason for me to pull it down every time.
Yeah, and I don't know if I've explained this before, but if you
Alright.
double click on your name, it'll collapse the character sheet. If you want to look at the map.
Oof. Terrible.
I mean, he seems on the
There's the
level,
terrible
but you can't get a good read on him.
Alright. Alright. When'd you last see the Penny Prince, eh?
Last night, he got a whole bunch of us into a one of those shelters in the basement. Handed out some coin and some meat.
Which one? Which one? Which shelter? You know the way.
Oh,
Come on, don't tell me you
come
forgot.
on, no, come on. I don't want to rat out my friends.
What'd you say? You cut off near the end.
He says he doesn't want to rat out his friends.
Oh, really? You don't want to rat out your friends? I don't want to rip out your eye. You're gonna tell me where it is.
Roll intimidation.
Okay.
And since he's like 7, you have advantage.
I'm really glad the dangerous man Vacklo is not here to see this. 12.
He's like, okay. Madame Sorvas.
Madam Sorvis. Okay.
You actually know Madame Sorvas. Madame Sorvas is actually a whorehouse, but in the basement they run a little soup kitchen for the homeless.
Okay.
Oh, how nice.
I let him go and I say, "You never saw me, and if you did see me, you'll never see again." And then I sheathe my dagger and I'm starting to head my way to Madam Sorvis.
And he's like, oh, I'm so glad I already peed.
All right. If someone wants to do anything, I'm fine to hold off. I don't want to take up all the time. No? You're good? Okay.
it's
then
kind
I'm-
of fun. I mean,
Unless
I can make
unless you
those.
want our help.
No, that was actually where I was going next. I just didn't want to interrupt you guys.
I have no special skills.
I have no skills. All right. I'm gonna look for Caddy first.
Oh, she's actually looking for you.
Yep. So
All right,
I'm assuming she's not hiding from me.
No, yeah, let's just.
Ah,
All right, so you
again.
find Caddy trying to talk to some crows. She's squawking and kind of
And
like
we look
flapping.
really hated. We look like we're arguing, and I'm like, squawk, 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 squawk.
I'm just staring like,
And I was like, can you believe these guys? Squawk, squawk, squawk. Squawk, a squawk. Which, by the way, is a very rude gesture in Crow.
oh my god.
That was
Okay.
basically a crow racial slur. I'm now demonetized.
She
He
called
went
you
there.
a raven.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I'm gonna go up to Caddy. I'm going to say, "Are you busy?"
Well, not anymore.
I like how that looks like booze, so it's like, hey, busy, I'm about to be.
It's a wine sippy cup from Disneyland. I think it has magical properties.
What?
Oh my god. All right, I can say. So that thing where you talk to the animals, that isn't because you're a lunatic.
No, it's because I'm a Do y'all know nothing about, like, am I a total novelty here? I mean, I guess
You are
it's
the
kind of
first
exciting.
gnome I've ever met.
Well, here's something for you. People like me, forest gnomes in particular, none of those rock gnomes, forest gnomes can communicate pretty well with animals. I mean, that's part of why I can communicate with the skew, I think. It's this ability to just kind of, we've grown up together and, you know.
I
He
don't
was born
understand
here,
at
I was
all.
born.
Skew nods and goes.
Well, you might not understand, but that rat or those freaking crows, they do.
All right, well, that's fine. As long as you're promising me you're not just a lunatic, I actually want your help.
You've also noticed that whenever rats get around her, they talk with their hands. Unusual.
like
Forget about
you know how rats have little thumbs and they're doing this over and over again?
I did have 4 domesticated rats, and they are awesome.
I love them. Yeah, I have friends who have lots of rats, and I thoroughly enjoy them.
Ooh, Gareth, we're losing your video. You good over there?
Am I cutting out still? Is it getting better?
It's getting better.
It's stabilizing, but you're clipping a bit.
Yeah, you're at like 2 frames
Okay,
a
that's.
second.
Try cutting up the.
Is it still? You want me to rejoin the call?
Or no, just wait. No, just wait. It's getting better.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
stabilized. Okay,
Yeah.
It was just a little bit of.
There's a little hiccup.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna look at Academy. I'm gonna say, okay, well, I'm going to trust that I know nothing about what's real in the world, and that forest gnomes can talk to animals, and I'm not going to let that give me a crisis in my mind, and I'm simply going to use it. Hopefully.
Well, Shook, I don't mean this in a rude way, except maybe I do, but you are kind of a fresh spring chicken, as we'd say back home. You don't exactly seem like you know much outside of the city walls.
I didn't grow up here.
Well, not this city's walls. Let me clarify. These city walls. Like, you don't spend much time in the wilderness because there's no gold there.
That's actually a fair statement. Continue.
So help me.
You got me.
Help
you. Got
you.
Me.
Help me. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm also guessing you're a young spring chicken. What do you need, and what's in it for me?
Okay, what's in it for you? Wow, you're just sounding surprisingly like some other people I know. Myself, actually. Okay. What I need.
You know yourself.
Do you really know?
Quit asking me questions that bring up dark parts of my psyche.
Are these questions bringing up dark parts?
Do I know myself? I'm not sure. Apparently, gnomes can talk to rats.
I'm gonna minor illusion, like a chase lounge for him to lay across.
Then the next time when Vaclo and Mouse finally catch up, we just find like Gareth on a couch, just be like, listen. All right.
I think it all started when I was 7.
I've got my little paper. No, I'm actually gonna minor illusion the little couch. So, like, take a seat. Let's talk about this. What do you need?
How big a thing can you make with minor illusion?
5 by 5 feet.
So it's a squat couch.
Yeah, no, it's a chase lounge, but it's a gnomish chase lounge.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Can we move on? I need you.
Wait, I want him to try and roll and see if it's illusion.
Sure.
I think if it appears out of nowhere, you get advantage.
I mean, yeah, but still.
I mean, if he tries to sit on it, it's not going to go so well.
You were apparently in a park with crows, so there might be an
advantage insight.
Yeah, advantage.
I think
insight.
it's intelligence, right? To see through an illusion.
Yeah, it's an intelligence saving.
Or is it just intelligence saving throw? Okay, make it an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Or if you try to sit on it, you fall.
If
Either
you
one
fail,
does the
you
trick.
take a seat. That's what's on the line here.
Okay, with advantage. Intelligence saving throw, yeah?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and... So everyone can
24.
witness. Okay, yeah, he's like, yeah, it's an illusion.
He's like, that just showed up out of nowhere.
I kind of look towards it. I wipe my hand through the armrest.
It's
like
well,
it's
Gareth
like some
is
glittery green material that's so clearly not real.
yeah, he's too proficient at knowing all of the exits to fall into your trap.
All right, I continue on and I say, so the Penny Prince obviously didn't take too well to our previous escapade. I want to send him a little message, and I also want to keep him off my back should I ever return here, which I do plan on some point in my life returning here, unless things go terribly.
I just want to say, if you're trying to see if I can deliver a message about crow or rat, it's there. You've got no luck because they're all so rude here. Got none of that hospitality. I tell you what.
Could you coerce a animal into going up and just looking through a few windows for a hefty chunk of food? I have a whole bunch of food because I actually have to pay for the things I own, including food.
Wait, you do? Anyway. Are you asking a singular animal? Because I'm telling you, they're not trustworthy.
How can an animal even be trustworthy?
I really like cattywampus.
Look, how can you be trustworthy? I've known you less than for a less period of time than I've known my pig.
I never said I was trustworthy, but I don't think the animals are capable of
3
trust.
feet tall. Anyway, that's fine. I'll see what I can do, but we're not gonna have much luck in this neighborhood because they're awful. All right.
That's fine. The place we're going to is like 2 blocks down.
Oh, well, rats travel a lot faster than you think they do. You know.
We don't need to talk to rats. You were just talking to a bird. Does that works too? Yeah.
As if I had much luck with birds. All right, sure. I'm gonna find some stray dogs. Oh, they're not small though. I can't talk to dogs.
They are small dogs. The Germans called them foothorns.
All right, let's find me a little yapper, huh? I'm like walking around, like barking lightly.
Does that sound like a coward's bark?
A coward's bark.
Roll perception.
Look, if you'd ever met my dog, you'd know it's not a coward. She's a
I
yapper.
once made a Chihuahua soil itself.
Nice.
That's one of the accolades of my life.
My dog fought a German Shepherd at the dog park the other day.
I made my grandmother's dog crazy with an harmonica.
Anyway, I'm
Just
looking
one.
for a small dog. Do I have to roll anything, or am I gonna find one?
Roll perception.
All right.
I'll help her if she asks.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna look for a dog. They're a lot friendlier towards humanoids.
I'll give her a help action if I can.
Okay, you have advantage.
Oh, nice. Let's see, perception, which is good because I am not very good at perception.
Hey, 12.
That's a 12.
Better than average.
Yeah, you find you track down what sounds to be a small dog, and you find a runt bulldog that seems to be in an alleyway and caught in a losing battle with a cat.
All right, I'm gonna wait 1 second. Let's just roll longbow. How's that for a cat?
That is a dead cat.
Cool. I'm gonna do.
I was gonna ask before I did that, but never mind.
I'm a hunter. I'm gonna start. Okay.
So we just hear this and then
I'm gonna turn to Gareth. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna hold up the cat. I'm gonna hold up the cat and say, more than one way to skin a cat.
But is there a way to
that
skin a
joke is so
gnome?
bad we lost Baron.
Yes.
I'm back.
Anyway, I'm gonna just kind of put that in my knapsack for later. And then,
Oh my god!
So I missed the juicy bit, right?
Yeah.
That was my crush of the week.
Yeah, the juiciest of food.
Oh god.
look.
Waste
y'all
not,
listen
want
to me.
not, alright?
Okay, yeah. You ever had possum? Anyway.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm gonna start talking to the bulldog. What's its name? Gonna offer it some of this cat. Fresh.
Just for fun, because it's a dog. Let's go ahead and use English.
Yeah.
It's like,
Howdy. Are you okay?
I'm better now.
Oh, I'm so glad. What's your name? Do you got one?
Dog.
Well, that
Sometimes
just
they
won't
call
do.
me Shoe.
I'm gonna name you Shugel.
Okay, I'm Sugar now.
For those,
He starts
as an aside,
sniffing at the
for-
cat corpse.
for you that don't know, Shugel is the Scottish word for cattywampus.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Right.
All right, well, he's part of the cast now.
I hope so. This bulldog better stay with us.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna give him some bread, and I assume I've filled my water skin at the well, so I'm gonna give him a little water, like make a little in my little food bowl, and have a conversation. You see, I was looking for a new companion. I'm Caddy Wampus,
I'm Sugar.
and this is my friend Askew. And Askew is actually battling partner. I'm not asking for any sort of violent acts from you. I don't expect much in return for this. Mainly because it seems like you're having a hard time. I understand what it's like being small in a big city.
I am
I get
small.
Yeah, you're very cute. We need some insight into someone's life. Of course, I'm not going to force you to do it. It's all up to you. You are welcome to stick around with us or go on your merry way after we get the information we need, or if you decide not to help us, then just go on your merry way.
I think I can help.
If you
He starts.
if
He
you
walks
do
up
go
to
on your merry
Gareth.
way, you don't get any cat corpse though.
He starts sniffing around Gareth, and he goes,
Gareth smells like chemicals.
I'm getting the faint impression that this man has some unresolved issues with his parents.
You know, I was thinking the same thing. You're real insightful. All right.
I
so,
am.
Have you heard of the Penny Prince?
No.
I'm assuming you have. You live in this town. No. Wow, you must not listen to the humans much. Me either.
But there's a rat that calls himself the prince, and he's mean.
Really? Well, we're gonna get back to that now, aren't we?
Not as mean as the crows, though.
I know, right? It's like nobody knows how to have a decent conversation. There's no neighborly affection. What happened to the city of brotherly love? You know what I'm
He
talking
starts
about?
sniffing at your ankles. He's like, I'm getting the faint whiff of a fish out of water over here.
You think so? You sure? You ever seen one of me? I know, I'm one of a kind. That's beside the point. I get like a +10 to my charisma when I talk to animals. So I think that this unusual Oedipus complex man is going to be able to point us in the direction of who we're trying to find information on. I'm really just helping him out. Clearly he needs it. So
Well, we need a payoff because we burned through a lot of time on this session.
yeah,
He says.
So let's. Oh, he's the Deadpool of this.
He's very insightful.
So you can go ahead.
The fourth wall breaking bulldog. I love it.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna turn to Gareth. I'm like, well, can you explain to him what we're?
So this whole time you've just been hearing.
Yeah. I've
And then
been
the
looking
bulldog,
on,
and then she says that to
you.
you, and the bulldog turns to you with an expectant look in his eyes.
He understands East Man.
Okay, whatever. I want him to go into this building, and I want him to wander around, and I want him to tell you everything he can learn about the insides, how many people he sees, and before he gets kicked out, because he might probably get kicked out. And then that's all I needed him for. This is why I said we probably needed a bird. It would have been better with a bird, but the dog's fine.
I mean, don't you have anything that smells like the Penny Prince? That would help the dog a lot.
Well, I'm not looking for the penny prince. I'm doing something different.
Yeah.
Madame. Yeah.
Basically, I'm going to Madam something with an S and an O. I can't.
Look, isn't this in a basement? I think people would notice a bird in a basement.
Your alliteration is great, and you're probably right.
I'm good like that. All right, we're gonna send the dog on this quest.
That's fine. I just wanted a little bit of a scope out before I did something probably stupid.
Cool.
I can't hear you, Jaken.
Yeah, I
am
can't
muted.
either.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
There you
there we go.
So Shugel, you guys lead Shugel to the whorehouse, and he starts sniffing out. And he's like, "That's a lot of father issues."
I'm just like,
I want to adopt a dog even though I'm not there.
oh, he'll have a lot to say about you back low.
So you want me to sneak in the basement?
Lots of father issues, a lot of father issues there.
Yeah, I just want you to, go down in the basement, get a feel for things. Gareth, I'm speaking Eastman now, but I have to correct myself because I start barking first. Gareth, what exactly is Shugel looking for? I don't want to send him into too much danger. He's a good companion.
I just want him to look around and tell me the kind of layout and get as far in as he can before they chuck him out. It's a house of horrors, not a house of murderers. They won't kill him.
All right. Well, that's... I'm going to explain that to him. I'm going to tell him to try to describe us the layout of the building in dog lengths. So, like, lengths of himself. That way we have kind of like a measurement.
You just had to make it hard on me. Okay.
Well, if he's
a very little dog.
He's like a foot long.
Yeah, so, he doesn't have a tail.
That's practical.
He's like, okay, wish me luck. And he waddles on into the whorehouse, and there's immediately some commotion, and you hear a lot of shoo, shoo.
That'd be him.
And while this is going on, is there like any alleyways in the side of this whorehouse? Yeah, surely. Okay. What time of day is it?
At this point, it's probably afternoon.
Okay. I'm gonna try and climb up and kind of peek through some windows on the sides while the dog's getting shooed out, because it'll provide some commotion enough for me to.
I don't think there's a lot of ground floor windows in a whorehouse.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm climbing.
Okay. I don't think there's a lot of windows. Well, no, there's probably some windows in the upper levels.
You gotta air that place out.
Right, yeah, obviously.
Yeah. There's only so much rose water can do, guys. Alright.
Well, unfortunately, the dog is not going to make it upstairs, so even if you get to peek in, all you see is,
Well, yeah. But that's why I'm peeking, because the dog's not going to make it in there.
Your standard medieval motel room. And, yeah, it's not long before Shugel comes running out, being chased by a broom, and then comes running up to Caddy. He's like, wow, they do not like me there.
I'm sorry about that. Here, have some cat. I'm gonna use the axe to chop off a bit of cat leg.
Sure, yeah.
Just give him some cat leg to chew on while we wait for Gareth to come back.
I come back so does the headmaster of this whorehouse, the madam or whatever, does she stay here at any time, or does she rarely have ever popped by? Would I know this?
Usually, whorehouses, if the madam is the owner, she usually resides. Yeah.
Okay. The only thing I want to do, if I possibly can, is look for her room in particular and see if there's a window at the top floor. And I want to.
Okay, make an athletics check for all this climbing you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I figured that was coming. So let's roll terribly, and then we'll end it on a funny note. It'll be great. Oh, I knew it!
So, audience, that is a natural 1.
Yes, it is.
So, right after Caddy says, we're going to wait for Gareth to come back, Gareth arrives, landing on his butt.
Oh, I've done that before.
They have something in common.
Shugel looks at him and goes, there he is!
Good boy.
Oh my god. Okay.
Very good. Do we need to let anyone else do anything? I know it's getting to the end of our stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping to get us into a cliffhanger-y kind of stay tuned for next time, but now we're...
Until it gets political.
There he is a pretty good one.
Until it gets political, we can explore new grounds like the philosophy of cats, crows, and rats.
Yeah,
we're just going to turn this campaign into Redwall.
Yeah, we're... we're creating a sub campaign. We're gonna switch systems to Mouse Guard next week.
Oh my god. All right.
Oh no.
Is that,
we
is that the
also-
cutoff point? I'm cool with that.
Yeah, we also delved into the criminal city underworld. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'll give you this. Shugel informs you, probably a little too late, that he can't count higher than 10.
Yeah.
So he's like, it's
Oh.
greater than 10 me's.
Oh, that's good. Oh,
In
good
either
job.
direction.
I'm gonna pat him on the head and like scratch behind his ears because
This
he
is
did
why
it.
we should have gotten the crows. Crows are smarter than dogs.
He's into it.
Yeah,
He's
well-
into it. He's also into this
Look.
cat leg.
Look, if crows are smarter than dogs, then they wouldn't have helped you.
Damn. Shots fired.
Well, they're not gonna fly into a basement.
I didn't want them to fly. I wanted them to
Alright,
fly to the windows. This
Since
is why I had to
I
climb.
want to leave everybody itching for more. We're gonna cut to Mouse and Vaclo. The two of you are headed back to whatever inn you guys are residing in. I don't think we really covered that, so you guys are headed back to the inn just to, I guess, power down. And a haggard, stereotypically blind beggar kind of interjects himself between the two of you, and he looks up with completely ivory eyes, and he says, "Your fortune for a silver."
My initial reaction is like disgust, and I take 2 steps back. Ugh. Yeah. And then he asks only for a silver, so yes, 1 silver for you too. Let me pass.
Alright, so when you put the silver in his bowl, he grabs onto your hand. And he turns your hand over, and with his thumb, he starts feeling your palm. And he's like, I see fire. And evil. Take your coin back, take your coin back.
I would normally have drawn my hand back from him, probably
No, I mean, he had a
pushing
firm
him in
grip
his
on you.
ass, but I was so surprised, like, "Oh," and he starts doing this weird thing, and I'm left in the middle of the road pondering what just happened.
He's like, your coin, take it back. I don't want these images anymore. Between water and stone, you will find fire. Evil fire.
He's out of his mind, and I'm frustrated and keep going.
Take the coin back. He's like following you, trying to give you the coin back.
I'll take the coin from him, and I'll kind of try to steady him and just be like, "I'm sorry. Can I help you? Can I help you? I'm so sorry."
You're the ones who need help.
Mhm.
At the
Is
end
there-
of your road, something evil waits.
You're the only evil I can see right now. Ugh.
Vaclo, don't say that.
He slinks away.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Disgusts me.
All
I
right.
mean,
And with that ominous telling, we're gonna call it a session, guys.
All right.
Yay.
All right.
Well done. Well
Everyone,
done.
thanks for sticking
That
with
was
us. I hope
awesome.
everybody enjoyed our first session. Got a little derailed, but that's all right. It was fun. I had fun.
Classic.
talking
Sorry.
with crows never derails a campaign.
Yeah.
Never.
Can only improve the viewer experience. I'm sorry about that. I know that was not the
I
most.
personally did enjoy that.
It's entertaining, but not enriching. That's for
Yeah.
sure. If we're talking like a pre-K teacher language, it's entertaining, not enriching.
Oh man.
Yes. I had a good time.
No, I thought that was great.
I'm happy our characters are becoming friends.
I know there were so many
We're
good fun.
building bonds.
Exactly.
The real journey was the friends we made along the way.
Gareth,
my
I don't think
God.
Gareth thinks Caddy is crazy anymore, so that's a
You know
huge
what? I
step
did
in the
not-
right direction.
I did not predict Caddy and Gareth becoming like chummy. And to be fair, they're not quite friends. But
Gareth,
They-
is just really concerned that he's like on the weirdest trip and one of his potions went bad.
I mean, he did botch alchemist fire, and he was hanging out with.
He was breathing a lot of fumes.
Yep. Yep.
Just really concerned.
Alchemist Bill.
Alchemist? No, apothecary Bill.
Apothecary Bill. Yes.
I'm a
Yes.
apothecary. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't have a shout out, but I feel like the group really like you just said, Macabre, the surprising relation developing between Gareth and Cattywampus. It was pretty funny to watch. Yeah, I had fun, a lot of fun.
Oh, that is great.
And well, it's nice to see Mouse and Vaclo like going out and like Vaclo having to interact with other people, and not even just other people, but someone who's like so chipper and like, let's go get him as Mouse. It's really
Yeah, we
fun.
got some interesting dynamics going on, and it's only session 1. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to more. So next week we'll resolve whatever it is Gareth's got cooking, and then we'll put you guys on the road to the Wet City.
I'm sorry
To
for
fire and
distracting.
Oh, I mean, I can't wait. It's interesting, Gareth. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, just in time for the end of the stream.
Okay, her
Screwed up
Discord disconnected.
frames. Screwed up frames. All right, let's throw up the ending screen. All right, thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next week, 6 p.m. Central Time, and it'll be more of this. Good night.
Macabre says her Discord is messed up.
That's all right. We're done.
That works.
Good
It's over.
night.